callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do have a good program for you today. A lot of fun coming up. Plus, we'll get you caught up on what's happening out there with Deb's woke news. The world of sports has a lot happening right now. We'll cover that with Brandon Kravitz in the 4 o'clock hour. Trivia, Ross thoughts, last call topics, calls, texts, all kinds of fun stuff all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
And finally, back from his big tour, Mr. Big Time, Mr. Big Pants, Mr. Funny Bones, Mr. Ross Padgett.
What's up, Jim?
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, at The Jim Colbert Show, Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. And, of course, you can find us online always, blogs, podcasts, all that fun stuff, JimColbertLive.com. Everybody have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Everybody avoid tornadoes, all that fun stuff, bad weather?
Yeah.
Did you guys get tore up on your side of the neighborhood?
I was actually in Melbourne when band of storms came through, which is like I drove ahead of it. I was in Melbourne when they passed.
And then drove right back in.
I drove back in like after it passed, so I kind of avoided that.
Yeah, we get some pretty nasty weather, nothing like Ocala. There's a pretty funny video making the rounds out there of somebody who was at that store that got tore apart in Ocala, that pet store thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody was sitting in the parking lot of that recording it. It's a dude, and he is screaming like a little girl.
Well, the local news talked to him, and apparently he thought he was going to be impaled at any moment because, I mean, the tornado struck as he was sitting there.
It was brutal, though, man. He was going, I was like, dude, you're going to hyperventilate and die that way. Stop screaming. My God, man. It's just a little storm. It's fine. It blew right over.
Well,
EF1, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
But yeah, it's a good time this weekend. Nice, and the weather was really kind of crazy. Warm, then blazing storms and 10 degrees.
AC's on one day, heat's on the next.
Yeah.
We'll be going through another round of what could be severe showers and storms tomorrow and Wednesday.
So Ross, back from your big tour out in the Midwest, second week in a row you're on the road. First was in Wichita. Now you went up to OKC, Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Big show. This 7 shows this round?
Yeah, I think it was 6.
6 or 7?
I think it was 6. I don't know. They started all blurring together.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun. Had a lot of great barbecue in both cities.
Yeah, very good. You like that life of a touring comic, staying in hotels and being away from home and, working a couple hours a day and then having all that downtime?
Yeah, no.
That's weird, right?
It is weird, but it's also, they're like little workations. The pay could always be better, but it's also not that bad.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun. And more importantly, just getting to perform in different venues. And these comedy clubs have been very nice to, have me perform in all 4 of them all throughout the Midwest. I got 2 more weeks, and that's at basically the start of April.
Okay.
But I'll be here for the next couple of weeks, and then I have to do 2 more.
Very good. Now, did you find that you were well received out there? I mean, you have a certain look about you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the mid.
What does that mean?
That's the dead of the Midwest.
I mean, I think everybody has a certain look
there's
about them.
There's no question, but I mean, you don't seem like a cog that fits into the Midwest, like normally. Like,
are you kidding? His mom's from Wisconsin.
Yeah, I
believe in you, Ross.
You know what I'm saying. I mean,
I know.
He puts that thing on him. It's weird. You go to a bunch of cowboy bars and you put that on them. You lay the Ross down on them. It's different.
No, I'm basically I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've never chewed tobacco before.
Right. Yeah, no,
I'm a city slicker.
Well,
by the very definition of a city slicker, that's me.
Yeah, you have a thing that you put on. Like when you go see Ross and you see him do his thing, there's a thing. He does a thing. I don't know. It's hard to explain. He's just got a vibe about him. And it doesn't strike me as a very Midwest vibe.
No, it's absolutely not. I'm not from the Midwest, but I'll tell you one thing. I had a lot of fun at those shows. Had a lot of fun. Every show was fantastic. I walked away from every set going, yeah, take that, Oklahoma City. There's a funny guy down in Florida that can also entertain you. I had a lot of fun, and it's also kind of like a comedy boot camp.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, because you're just doing so many shows, and I know how I go about stand-up comedy is that I tend to write a lot on stage, and that's exactly what happened on these last 6 shows. It was a lot of comedy, short amount of time. I don't think I've ever been better than what I am right now at stand-up comedy. So it was awesome. It's super cool.
Good. I'm glad you had a good time, man. I'm glad it went well.
And it snowed.
And it snowed.
Whoa, you saw snow.
Yeah, and I was such a little boy, a little.
That's not the first time you've ever seen it, though, right?
It wasn't, but it still felt like it because it was like the second or third time I've ever seen it, and the first time was just like snow on the side of the road.
It's romantic when it's Christmas. Outside of that, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I was here. This was a very special moment. I went ahead with the comedian I was working with. I told him, I said, like, I just want to go walk outside and step on snow. This is so different for me. And I even told him, I said, I've never gotten hit by a snowball. I've never actually had a snowball fight. And I'm telling him this after, I think, my second glass of tequila.
Oh, very nice. Glass of, not shot of, glass of.
And it was not, OKC they took care of me.
They poured it tall,
They poured it tall. It was not even like a rocks glass.
Okay.
It was a glass.
Like a Pilsner glass?
Yeah, it was way too big.
I'll take 8 or so ounces of tequila, please.
I might have been more. I'm dead serious. They gave me way too much tequila. I'm on my second one. The comedian I'm working with is probably like 8 or 10 beers deep. This was Friday night. We got loose on one of the nights.
My God, man.
We got real loose, and we stayed up to like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Whoa.
But while we were walking out of the bar, I go ahead. I hit my vape, and then I get smashed with a snowball. And it was the comedian I was working with and the people I was with. And then I was so drunk throwing snowballs outside of this bar. And
Snowball fights are the greatest.
I was giggling.
That is so great. There's nothing in the world. Like, look, you can do that at any age, and everybody will go, aw, look at him, reverting back to his childhood, or aw. He's living his life over again.
Yeah, getting hit by a snowball, and I was super drunk when I had all this fire in my belly and then getting hit with ice. It was so much fun.
Good, man. I'm glad you had a good time.
Oh, yeah. I even threw one as hard as I could, and I slipped, and I fell in ice. Just wrestled around with the. I got a little loose on Friday night.
Yeah, you could tell the same story about just a day of a homeless person.
Yeah,
and it would be almost the same thing.
I would think homeless people they're pro snowball fights.
I don't know. I would think they're not pro snowball fights.
Generally not pro snow.
Yeah, they're pro inside.
I don't know. If I was a homeless person and I don't have access to Netflix, I'm making some ice spheres from what God has given to me, and I'm having fun.
Saw a thing the other day is somebody invented something. It looks like tongs, but at the end of the tongs, it's 2 cups. And you reach into the snow and you squeeze it together, and it makes a perfect snowball.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Oh, what a great idea.
Yeah, that snowball fight was legendary.
Good, man. All right, 407-916. Good to have you back, buddy.
I'm happy to be back.
916-1041. So, this weekend was daylight savings time, or daylight saving time. I always put that S in there, but it's daylight saving time.
Right.
So, interestingly, today I saw that there is a growing movement. We know Marco Rubio here in Florida has been banging this drum for quite a while to make daylight saving time permanent. But apparently there is a growing movement to make this happen across the board in the U.S. That it's not just Marco anymore. There are a number of people and states that are going, you know what? Maybe it's time to put this down. It started in the 18th century. So this has been going on for a long, long time. And there's a possibility, let's see, on Sunday, most of the time, Uniform Time Act of 1966 is what did it. But under federal law that says begins on the second Sunday in March, I would like them to pick a side and stick with it. I don't think
either one.
We've proven that the changing is bad. It's bad for your health. It's bad for a lot of things. It puts off your rhythm for a couple weeks. Today, it's been hard to get kick-started today for some reason. And even though I've had 2 days of it, for some reason, it's just kind of bizarre. Went to bed early on Sunday on purpose to wake up and like have the time consumed by a long sleep rather than going to do my normal sleep and be an hour short. And it just has been a weird time getting kickstarted through this. And I would just like them to pick a side. I don't even know which one I would rather have. Probably what we're in now is what I would rather have because longer days in the summer are great.
It is. On the downside of that is it's darker in the morning, and if you are sending kids to a bus stop in the dark, it just I don't know what the stats are if there's more accidents at that time. I just know it's a little more concerning as a parent.
Yeah, I know that too, and I know that's the big argument against it or whatever because obviously that has value.
I think ideally you're starting the kids later at school anyway, because especially the high schoolers, they say their brains don't even turn on till after 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
and meanwhile they're in class at 7:20.
But it's weird though because I've heard both studies both ways that if you're moving by within 45 minutes of when you get up and you're doing stuff, your brain is supposed to be the most active in the morning. As long as you power it correctly, get a good breakfast and the whole 9 yards, and get a good sleep, you're supposed to be the smartest and most acute in the morning.
The thing is, starting later, I don't think you're going to find one teen and or parent who wants their kids in school later in the day.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah. But it is kind of weird because I was sitting in my room, pulling the show this morning.
Is that what you call it?
My studio, whatever. That's funny. And I noticed, it's not before it's dark. It's morning light at like 6:20. Something like that. Now it's like 7:15, almost 7:30 before it starts getting like light outside. And it makes your morning go by so much faster. It sucks. But I would rather just have them pick a side. Which one would you rather have?
I like this one.
What we're in now?
Yeah, I like this one.
Later summer days.
Right now, this whole time delay thing, I'm still been trying to do the math ever since I got back. Because I went out to the Midwest.
Yeah. That's a time shift in itself.
Your whole trip was an SAT word problem.
I'm still confused of what I don't know what it is. I lost an hour when I was over there.
2 hours, right? Central time?
No, it was 1 hour.
Oh, it's only 1 hour lost.
I believe so.
So they're an hour earlier than us.
And even now, I'm kind of confused. I don't know. I think it's an hour.
Yeah.
Out in Oklahoma City.
Central's an hour earlier. Mountain is 2 hours earlier.
Right. That's
Pacific
Denver.
is 3.
Right.
So then I lose an hour out there. Right? When did this switch happen? Saturday
night.
Yeah, Saturday night.
And then you come back. It's a slide. Did they make it a slide rule?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think Ross traveled in time.
Yeah, I have no idea what time it is. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. It's a bright Monday morning. Yeah, that's kind of wild, man. Again, they could just pick a side and stick with it. This changing sucks, and it doesn't need to happen anymore. Marco, do something worthy. Make it happen. Just make it dark light.
Well, you need the country to sign off on it. The reason I opposed when he was proposing it all last year, because I don't want Florida to be the only one. I don't want to be on a different time zone from New York and Georgia for that matter.
Arizona.
Yeah, Jack's invested in this. I remember every time we've talked about just like, come on, man, this sucks. Jack has done his research.
Yeah, I did my clocks on Saturday night. It's like, all right, spin them ahead, and good to go. Oh, going ahead is easy.
18 states have called on action on time regulations. YouGov.com found that about 63% of Americans agree that the time change is needed. So that means 37% of America would just rather have it stay where it is somewhere.
And I just realized that for the past day and a half, I've had a wristwatch on with the incorrect number.
All right. 407-916-1041. A bunch of stuff to talk about today. There's a very interesting story, which I did not know about theme parks. That is a really interesting take on theme parks in the Sentinel today. It's a legal case that I found amazing. Rideshare people are looking for new work now because they can't afford to give rides anymore because of gas prices, plus a bunch of other stuff to talk about today. What's coming up for news, Deb?
Well, we've got talks underway about a possible Biden trip to Europe. An order prevents the release of Bob Saget's death photos, and who will join a Central Florida couple set for the next Blue Origin launch. We'll talk about that and more coming up during Woke News.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Back with Deb's News. More of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Got an iPhone? Sweet. Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Stopping a ride along I-4 heading eastbound between County Road 557 and 429. Traffic is also slow from Osceola Parkway into 535, and expect delays westbound I-4 from World Drive into 429. The 408 and the Beach Line are up to speed. No problems along the Turnpike or 417. There is an accident reported along Sand Lake Road at Turkey Lake Road, and now reports of an accident along Lake Mary Boulevard east of Reinhardt Road near Waymont Court. From the Traffic Center, I'm Courtney Bright.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hey, listeners! Before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, decide whether you'll drink or whether you'll drive. If you plan to drink, make sure you designate a sober driver. Don't let your luck run out.
When the big box stores wanted to partner up with a bathroom remodeling company, they chose Rebath. Their stellar reputation had them by the man. They wanted it bad. The big box stores chose Rebath. Their franchises have the proper license, the proper insurance, are dependable, standards of performance, and process to make sure you get the job you pay for on time every time. So before you choose a company to remodel your bathroom, do what the big box stores did. They trusted Rebath, and that's what you can do as well. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. That is where you'll find the showroom, and that's where the cool stuff is. Travertine and marble, all those natural stone colors that you love, all cut perfectly, no grout lines, and they do everything. You don't have to worry about anything else. Once you hire Rebath, you're done. Toilets, tubs, tile, lighting, it's all right there at Rebath. Their design team works hand in hand with you to come up with the design of your dreams to make your bathroom amazing. You can log onto the website and see some of the work they've done. It's rebathmidfla.com. The before and afters are right there. Book your appointment. They're ready to get a brand new bathroom in there just for you right now. It's rebathmidfla.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
At Checkers, we love our #1 famous seasoned fries, so we added the same secret blend of spices to create our new fry seasoned chicken tenders for Oscar, because he's been mixing concrete all day.
Hold on. Wait, where's my phone?
So we mixed up the flavors and coated some white meat chicken in Checkers' famous fry seasoning, just for him. Phones come and go, but flavors forever, Oscar. Now go get your new fry seasoned tenders. You've earned it. Fry seasoned chicken tenders, only at Checkers.
Man, here in Central Florida, it is so vital that your AC works for you perfectly every time. And sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes you have to call the professionals in. I use Mills Air. You should as well. Here's why. 30 years of experience in Central Florida, keeping you nice and cool. Their techs know all the brands inside and out, and they're great people as well. Chances are have the part on the van ready to go to help you while they're there. Plus, they're carrier factory authorized dealers. That means you get up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and certainly turn to the experts at Mills Air. Family owned and operated, ready to help you right now. 407-277-1159. You can make your appointment online at millsair.com.
At ViStar Credit Union, we believe in helping our members reach their financial goals and being there for our communities too. That's why we offer everyone home loans with better rates, where members can receive a savings of up to $5,000 toward closing costs. Better financial lives, stronger communities. ViStar Credit Union. Do good. Bank better. Visit vistarcu.org/join to find out more. ViStar is an equal housing lender, federally insured by NCUA.
Were you hurt in a vehicle and want compensation?
When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Did an accident leave you in need of representation?
When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Forged from the fusion of sweet honey and spicy spice.
Translation: Wendy's new hot honey chicken sandwich and biscuit are here.
A molten sweet heat cast atop an inferno of flavor.
Translation: a bold hot honey sauce drizzled over Wendy's spicy chicken.
And topped with applewood smoked bacon.
What he said.
Venture to Wendy's for the new hot honey chicken sandwich or breakfast biscuit.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Participating U.S. Wendy's hot honey chicken biscuit only includes crispy chicken and hot honey sauce and is only available during breakfast hours.
Hey, Orlando business owners, stop overpaying for internet and phone. Switch to Spectrum Business and get Orlando's best deal for small businesses. Get blazing fast internet speeds of 600 megabits per second for just $49.99 a month, and phone for just $19.99 a month. Taxes and fees included. That's faster internet at an incredible price. Other providers don't even come close. Make the switch to Spectrum Business. Visit business.spectrum.com/ultra.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
and Doug.
Don't you just love the smell of old books? Shh, this is a library. Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance So You Only Pay for What You Need.
I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction.
He really does devour literature.
Please leave.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
At Panera, you can say yes to both of your cravings. We call it You Pick Two. And with over 465 pairings, you'll find a meal sure to satisfy any mood. Are you feeling both fresh and fun? Pick our Fuji apple salad with a new Thai chicken soup. Or maybe you're feeling classic and bold. Pair some creamy mac and cheese with our new Citrus Asian Crunch salad. Pick your perfect pair and order a You Pick Two today. Panera, the familiar made fantastic.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
We're very happy with Fence Outlet. They walked us through the entire process and gave us great information and advice. They went way above and beyond for us, and our fence looks amazing.
Get your quote today at fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Spring break is here, and summer will be here before you know it, so now's the time to start planning your next great adventure. But before you do, check out podguides.com from iHeartRadio. Podguides.com is your chance to explore the world through audio with an interactive map that's pinned with podcast episodes that serve as your local guide. Podcasts to help with what to see, what to eat, what to avoid, and more. Start your next journey at podguides.com, only from iHeartRadio. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
iHeartRadio. Thinking about divorce? Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch, if you're into that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Turn up.
Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Billy Joel in town Saturday night. We're going to talk about that a little bit later today. Saw a bunch of stuff on Facebook. The one thing I did notice about the Billy Joel Show, every video that was taken, the sound was amazing. Like the sound was fake good.
This song is Miami 2017, Seen the Lights Go Out on Broadway. It's one of my favorites by him that he typically didn't do in concert a lot until after 9/11, and then he's been doing it regularly. I left the soccer match. I was walking to my car blocks away from the stadium, and this is what I could hear.
That's great.
And at that moment, it's like, man, I wish I was there.
Saturday night had as many shows as you needed on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And this weekend was crazy. Foreigner.
I went to Foreigner last night.
Wow. Okay, we'll talk all about that a little later. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Jack is here. Ross is back. Deb's got your news.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On The Jim Colbert Show.
Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. All right, President Biden could be heading to Europe soon as the war between Russia and Ukraine goes on. Sources say possible stops include Brussels. Now, for those who don't know, that city is the headquarters of both NATO and the European Union. Top Biden administration officials, including Vice President Kamala Harris, have visited numerous countries overseas lately in a show of support for Ukraine as it deals with a nearly 3-week-long Russian invasion. Meanwhile, Ukraine's president will address the U.S. Congress virtually on Wednesday morning. The announcement was made by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. The joint statement said Congress remains unwavering in its commitment to supporting Ukraine during the ongoing Russian invasion. But it turns out you can't just call for the assassination of Putin. Meta is clarifying that users cannot make posts, after all, calling for the assassination of Russian President Vladimir Putin. The parent company of social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram has a rule against calling for the assassination of heads of state. Now, the clarification came after Reuters reported that Meta had adjusted its hate speech policy in Russia, Ukraine, and Poland to allow users to post death threats about Putin and his counterpart in Belarus.
Wow.
Since the start of the Ukraine invasion, of course, you've heard Russia has blocked access to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as well, TikTok, as well as opened a criminal inquiry into Meta for the alleged changes to its hate speech policy. The social media giant said that the only changes apply to posts by users in Ukraine making threats to Russian military in the context of the invasion, right?
Yeah.
The move was to prevent the removal of content from Ukrainians expressing their resistance to the ongoing violence. Damn it. Still, Elon Musk wants a one-on-one combat with Putin for Ukraine.
A fist fight?
The Texas-based Tesla founder issued the challenge to Putin on Twitter and tagged the Kremlin's official account. And yes, you're absolutely right, Ross. And Musk says he's absolutely serious in his challenge.
I told you that. Who said this is the way you settle this 2 weeks ago? I said they should do it in a ring, a boxing match, but it should be Zelensky, not this guy.
The Roscosmos Director
I believe Deb
General.
said that, right?
Yeah.
It
I said
wasn't
they
you?
should. I said they should.
Oh, it
box.
was you?
They should fight. UFC fight.
The Roscosmos Director General, a Putin ally, scoffed at the challenge, calling Musk a weakling.
Okay.
You weakling.
Let's see it.
Ukraine's Vice Prime Minister tweeted he hoped Musk would send Putin to Jupiter. There you have it.
All right.
Something else you predicted, Jimmy. Uber customers, you're going to be paying extra to cover costs at the pump. So starting Wednesday, riders are going to be charged an extra 45 to 55 cents per trip and an additional 35 to 45 cents for Uber Eats. Not surprisingly, the rideshare service said the surcharges will be here to stay for at least the next 2 months. All surcharges will go to drivers in Uber's attempt to soften the burden for their drivers. And as you teased, Jimmy, talking about the fact that a lot of these services are struggling to find drivers because of the very gas price.
Yeah, they just can't do it anymore. People are looking for different work now.
Yeah, and speaking of gas prices, we're still feeling pain at the pump, but the sting may not be as bad. AAA's Mark Jenkins says gas prices are down between 2 and 4 cents over the weekend as crude oil prices drop. He also says a new COVID lockdown in China could also be part of the reason for the decrease, but it's still a fluid situation given all the uncertainty with the war in Ukraine. Now, here in Florida, pump prices are holding steady at $4.34 a gallon on average. One station I passed was a blessed $4.29 because, of course, today's the day I've got to fill up. The national average price for gas is $4.43.
Wow, really?
$4.43
I haven't
a
seen it
gallon.
in the 40s yet here.
Thank
$4.39 is the highest I've seen.
Yeah, and I saw $4.29. All right, Florida lawmakers are approving the state's largest budget to date. This year's $112 billion budget is the largest ever in the state. The spending plan is also nearly 11% higher than the current plan. Several issues are included, like pay raises for state workers and programs for affordable housing, funding to support sea-level rise programs, and money for 2 new prisons are also included. Also, Pasco County is getting $35 million to build a new spring training facility for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Wow, are they really?
Yeah, exactly. I guess some counties can get that sports money, huh? All right. Photos and videos of Bob Saget's dead body will be off limits to authorities. This comes as a judge approved an injunction that prevents Orange County's police and medical examiner from releasing that report to the public. The comedian was found dead in his Orlando hotel room back in January. The death was ruled an accident. His family has filed a lawsuit to block the release of the record, saying, y'all just don't need to have that information. And it would continue to traumatize us to continue to run across this information in the press.
Yep, smart.
Now, if you're traveling, I'm glad to hear Ross and anyone who's had family in town. I hope you guys didn't experience this because travelers at Orlando International Airport are experiencing delays and cancellations. Severe weather in other parts of the country caused the disruption of travel in Central Florida the last few days, although we did have our own fun round of showers on Saturday. Woo! Officials say that thunderstorms throughout our state and through the Northeast made travel a real headache for many people. Some passengers stuck at the airport for at least 24 hours or more. Southwest Airlines officials say they're working to fix several of the issues.
I saw a video this weekend. Somebody online, this girl says, she's just sitting there eating potato chips in her room, and she says, thrown out of OIA for making a complete ass of myself at the counter after being told my flight was canceled for a day or whatever. And they threw her out. They escorted her to her room.
Yeah, we don't need your mess.
When I was waiting for my Orlando flight from Oklahoma City, I heard an announcement saying they were offering Vegas, the terminal right next to me, saying, "Hey guys, we overbooked it. Here's $1,000, and then you can take the flight out tomorrow." And I'm not even gonna lie. I overheard that, and I was like, "What about the Orlando flight?"
Right? Yeah, I got PTO.
Yeah. Come on.
This is I'd hate to be this driver, man. A driver who fell asleep at the wheel, is responsible for the deaths of 2 men.
Ugh.
FHP says a 36-year-old man fell asleep while driving yesterday morning on I-275 in Tampa. He drifted out of his lane and onto the shoulder, where unfortunately a 73-year-old and a 30-year-old were tending to a blown tire on an SUV.
The 73-year-old got the flat, and he called his 30-year-old friend to come help him put the tire on.
Those 2 men were killed, but the driver who caused it and his passenger were not hurt.
Yeah.
No charges have been announced, but an investigation is underway.
Oh, they're coming.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, you just can't run people over.
No.
Like you can't do that.
It's
Even the
just-
falling asleep thing, it doesn't. I'm sorry.
No, I know, but can you imagine the guilt he's going to live with
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
I'm
rest of his life?
I'm absolutely sure, man.
All right. Another shark bite incident has been reported here in Florida. Officials say a 20-year-old Altamont Springs man showed signs of a shark attack. That happened on Sunday in Volusia County along the Atlantic coast, of course, known as the shark bite capital of the world. They also say the victim had a bite on his foot after surfing. He was treated at a local hospital and is expected to be okay.
Very nice.
Did you guys see any of that water spout tornado action?
I saw some of that. Yeah.
It's up on the blog right now.
Oh, cool. I was just about to post that.
That's awesome. We saw one of those on one of the cruises years ago when we used to do the monster cruises back in the day. We were coming back and looked out, and there was a full blown, like it was a movie, water spout out in the bay. I think out in Tampa. It was crazy looking, man.
The video that Ross has at JimColbertLive.com shows 2 women, and it moves them about 100 feet in about a second.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Were those the 2 that were jogging on the beach just moments before it hit?
I'll be honest with you. I had a debate within myself to post it because I don't know if they're okay.
Oh, really?
Jogging on the beach, running away from a water spout, don't know what their motive was?
They got, I think it's safe to say the word is annihilated.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not see that part. I didn't see that video. I just saw a video of people screaming because it was coming across the beach. I didn't see anybody get caught up in it.
It's a short video, but when you see it come, you can just see as it hits the displacement, and those 2 people are just like...
They're not there.
Like somebody just snatches them out of the frame with a rope?
Yeah, I don't know. I might have to take it down. I'll be honest with you.
No, I don't think he's... I saw that over the weekend, and there were no reports of any injuries.
Oh, all right.
I'm looking at it now.
It's at the very end of the video when these people are there and then they are not.
I remember see them jogging down the beach at the beginning of the video, and I'm like, is it as if like no one on the beach is paying attention?
Yeah.
Right? You know what it looks like?
What does it look like?
That airport where the jet bats right up to the beach?
Yeah.
And when he hits the thrust, it'll blow some people into the water. That's what it looks like.
It looks like a rapture.
Yeah. It does. Looks like the earth just took him back.
You can see it for yourself at JimColbertLive.com. All right, investigation is taking place after human remains were discovered in an alligator's mouth.
Oh, man.
In Martin County. Officials say the victim has been identified as 42-year-old Dustin Davis Mills from St. Lucie County. They also say his body parts, an arm, hand, and part of a leg, were found at a canal in the Hungry Land Preserve, which is a known alligator park.
Okay.
Investigators say they believe the victim was murdered because they found a shallow grave in the same area just a few hours after finding his body parts, and that alligator was guarding.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's how they discovered him, was because of the alligator.
The alligator was guarding it?
It was guarding it. Yeah, it was
protecting its food kind of thing?
Protecting its food.
Yeah.
You know? So
Do you
they're
think-
like, whoa, wait a minute. That's supposed to be attached to something.
Do you think gators think that we taste like chicken? Do you think it's like a mutual thing?
Buddy, listen, I just think they're eating machines. I'm not really, I don't know if they're concerned with flavor at all, actually.
Yeah, they don't have experienced palates.
They're looking for protein, and that's it.
Yeah.
Brandon Kravitz will be covering a lot more sports coming up, but I did want to mention that spring training for Major League Baseball games finally begins later this week after owners and players ink a new deal for a new 5-year collective bargaining agreement. Sports business analyst Rick Horrow says Florida won't reap the benefits of a full spring training season, but this is still better than nothing. The deal comes after both sides agree to a competitive balance tax threshold of $230 million this season. The minimum salary for players this year is up to $700,000. Opening day set for April 7th. All right, a couple from Central Florida has been chosen to be on board the next Blue Origin space flight.
That's cool.
Yeah, Mark Hagel, a Winter Park real estate developer, and his wife Sharon have been chosen to go into space. Sharon is the founder of Space Kids Global.
Okay.
Joining the Hagels will be Saturday Night Live actor Pete Davidson.
All right.
Investor Marty Allen, Jim Kitchen, a professor at UNC, and George Neild, president of Commercial Space Technologies. The flight is set for March 23rd.
That's a weird group of people to die around.
It's a very weird group of people. I was thinking the same thing, man.
You don't want Pete Davidson to be in the same room. Your last,
especially when he's after him, man.
You don't want that guy to be one of your last images, do you?
Are they making money on these? Like, are these?
I do believe, yeah, I do.
Turning a profit.
How much cash that guy have to pay for Winter Park? I can't imagine Davidson had to pay for it, right?
No, I think that was a gift.
Yeah,
but this is the first one with 6. They've done 4 in the past. No, this is 6 people.
So
on it.
It's got to be a couple $100,000 or something each, right?
I think it's like a $250,000 deposit.
Does that cover jet fuel?
Hagel's got coin, huh? I like that.
And then finally, today is National Pie Day.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Stop now.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
You sure? Is this?
Yeah. No, we're good.
Okay.
Sensitive subject?
Yeah.
Jimmy likes to eat pie. Jimmy likes pie.
Did pie touch you?
Don't point to the pizza and tell me where it happened.
Because
he touched my pepperoni.
That's pi spelled P-I, as in the mathematical symbol for the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. However, those who sell other kinds of pie will be having deals today in celebration. Because the pie number is rounded out to 3.14, pizza pies, Jack, will be on sale in various locations for $3.14.
That's a good price.
That's a great price.
So just
for even bad pizza, that's a good price.
Exactly.
I was like, you can get away with. I paid more for a slice.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So take advantage of National Pie Day.
Yay!
And now you all are officially woke. Again, Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Maybe Saturday morning you listened in as he was host of the Home Loans Radio show right here on Real Radio 104.1. Expertly and answering all kinds of questions having to do with the real estate and home buying process. Well, he can answer your question right now, and it's as simple as going to homeloansradio.com. Look for the Ask Don bubble. Type your question with no worry of ever being added to a spam list or obligation. Just ask your question. It's at homeloansradio.com or thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thanks, Eb. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Speaking of National Pie Day, we'll tell you where you can get those deals on what pie's next. Hang loose.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Hey everybody, good Monday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center. Central Florida weather on this Monday. Nice, a cool start. Gives way to a very pleasant afternoon. Looking for area highs, low mid-70s. Dry and pleasant, comfortable. East winds at 10 to 15s. Occasional breezes. Partly cloudy. It looks like we're quiet and cool tonight. Lows down to 62. Northeast winds at 5 to 10. Got some Fox 35 Storm Alert days again for you Tuesday and Wednesday as some energy comes in across the peninsula. Looks like damaging wind gusts will be the main threat in some of the stronger storms. We'll keep you updated and we'll be tracking. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Do keep it here for the very latest and have a great day. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples has the innovative tech and tools you need to take on the future of work, all at great prices. Right now, save up to $230 on select PCs. In-store only offer ends 3/19, limit 2. Explore what's new for your business at Staples, the working and learning store.
The future of space travel is coming. Are you ready for liftoff? Opening later this year, explore the future of space exploration and the newest attraction. It's called Gateway, the Deep Space Launch Complex. Of course, it's at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, one of our favorite places here on the Jim Colbert Show. It will focus on the present and future of collaborative space exploration, enabling guests to experience the interstellar travel of tomorrow while celebrating what is happening right now within our space program. You can discover the current innovations of space exploration by getting up close to actual spacecraft, seeing the visionary designs for solutions to propel the pathway for human deep space travel. 50,000 square feet, multi-level attraction. Going to be awesome. Tons of cool stuff. Learn everything you need to know about it and grab your tickets today at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com and take advantage of interest rates as low as 1.99% and make no payments till July. Ford, Chevy, Dodge Ram, and GMC, you can find them all at Nations Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
Looking for a smart way to take advantage of your tax refund? Well, turn your check from Uncle Sam into the new-to-you car you deserve at Off Lease Only. Off Lease Only updates their inventory with the best used cars daily. There are no inventory shortages there, just an incredible selection of nearly new cars, all priced thousands under Kelley Blue Book. No haggling, no negotiating, and no hidden fees at Off Lease Only. Just selection, convenience, and value. Financing is available for good and bad credit. Get pre-qualified at offleaseonly.com or take a test drive at the massive state-of-the-art dealership just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy.
Thinking about getting married but nervous about popping the question? IDC owner Keith LeClaire totally gets it.
When I asked my wife Peggy to be my bride, I had to drive all the way to Michigan to get married. I was 24 years old. I turned around twice on the way up and turned back coming back to Florida because I'm like, what am I doing? And I knew I had picked the right bride, but it was still scary.
The third time, Keith kept on driving. And now, 43 years later, he and Peggy are living their best life.
I married way above my head. Because of her, we're where we are today with 3 children, 10 grandchildren, and a lot of friends. Having the right partner and being married, it's truly the biggest blessing in my life.
And seeing and helping other happy couples, either just starting out or celebrating milestone anniversaries, is what International Diamond Center is all about.
Life gets better each year that goes by. I'm just so thankful.
International Diamond Center, with 4 Orlando locations, where relationships come first, always.
I love my wife dearly. She's the greatest, biggest blessing that God has ever given to me. There is nothing more important than my wife.
We all want to support our community and small businesses, protect the environment and our kids' future, and above all, help others when they need it. That's why every day our energy goes into delivering reliable, cleaner, affordable energy. The energy that promises a better tomorrow with new jobs and opportunities and helps everyone move forward together. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Hey, Orlando. Now you can get treated for everything from chest pains to ankle sprains at a third of the cost and half the time of an average ER visit. Say hello to a better emergency care experience. Say hello to GuideWell Emergency Doctors. Operated by Crucial Care, time is based on the American College of Emergency Physicians. Cost comparison based on 2016 actuarial analysis of hospital-based ER visits.
Is your current home loan the right fit for you? Near historically low rates combined with rising home values means that you could have more home equity than you might imagine. And if you're considering a refi, an expertly chosen loan from Loan Depot could save you thousands. Ask about our smart term loans, cash out, and over 300 loan options to find just the right mortgage loan for you. Call now, 866-888-LOAN, or go to loandepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
Your life, your hopes, your passions. These things are none of our business. Your deodorant rash, your favorite cheese, and whatever you were searching for at 1:15 a.m. That's really none of our business. Because your life is private, And unlike other tech companies, we think your internet should be too. Oh, what kind of dog is that? That's none of our business either. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding!
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by The Original Mattress Factory. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Time shifting sucks. Keep it like now. Now.
I agree. That was a talkback. You can leave one as well. You can just go to the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio when you get there, and just use the microphone and leave us a little message like that. All right, 407-916-1041. Foreigner was Friday night.
No, last night.
Last night.
Yep.
I thought it was Colin Quinn was Friday night.
Yeah.
So, wow, big. I mean, Colin Quinn in town, Foreigner in town, Billy Joel in town, City Soccer this weekend.
Yep.
Wow, man.
I mean, kind of City Soccer.
Yeah. We'll talk about that with Brandon in just a little bit.
Yeah, I went out to two different things. I went to Foreigner last night.
Yeah, how was it?
It was surprisingly great.
Yeah, I mean, it should be great. I mean, this guy's been playing those songs for 45 years.
Yeah,
they should know them inside now.
Actually, their debut album a couple weeks ago celebrated its 45th anniversary. Yeah. That said, there's no original members in the band because Mick Jones is the only original member still associated with the band, 77 years old, but he's been ill since August.
Oh, wow, really? I didn't know that.
Jeff Pilson was there, played. As a matter of fact, he was one of the best ones on stage.
Yeah.
The guy was an animal. I was trolling him a little on social media right before the start of the show. They were great.
Yeah. The guy's voice sounded like Lou Graham?
Yeah, and his name was Kelly Hansen. He's been singing with the band since 2006.
Yeah, he's been with them for a long time.
And he did a great job, and they sounded fantastic. And it's the first time I saw a rock concert at the Walt Disney Theater at Dr. Phillips Center. Sound was great.
Good crowd?
It was a good crowd. I would say it was about 85-90% full.
That's good.
Yep. But, and those lovely, comfortable seats you get at the Dr. Phillips Center was good for me.
That was the night to break into the Villages anywhere.
Yeah.
Because, Billy Joel and
it's funny, Jim?
the Foreigner in town all at one time. Like, nobody in the Villages. All the loafers are waving in the wind.
You're right. It was a lot of people who look like you.
Yeah, a lot of that. Look, I'll be the first one to tell you, a lot of 55-year-olds out there partying down with Billy Joel.
Yeah.
And Foreigner.
Yeah. Absolutely. That was great. Yeah.
All right, good. 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. We were telling you it is National Pie Day. Deb brought that up in her news.
Oh, yeah.
3.14. And there are restaurants out there. Have you guys heard what's being offered out there? It's not exactly just free pizza for $3.14. There are some caveats.
I don't know if I trust that.
Yeah.
A full large pizza for $3.14.
Even for promotional.
Yeah, you
reasons.
added the full and the large.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Someone did text us at 77031 and said there's pieces of key lime pie that are being sold for $3.14.
Yeah, so everybody's kind of making their move on that. 7-Eleven and Speedway, the participating stores, are offering an entire pizza for $3.14. It's available now. You have to have the 7-Eleven, the 7 Rewards program, and you have to order it through the app. And you get one of those, toaster oven pizzas that they serve there for $3.14. Still not the worst thing ever. A Blaze Pizza. Have you ever guys been to a Blaze Pizza? Isn't Blaze that one where you got to build it yourself and then they send it through?
I've been to Blaze Pizza.
Yeah, is it good?
Oh boy,
Yeah, no.
So we joke, Jimmy.
No, it's not. I just decided to talk like that for that one moment.
Now their rewards member, and I think Blaze Pizza, they just came into town, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. I believe it was a West Coast thing, and it's basically where you build your pizza, then they send it through the oven, and then you wait on the other side, and it's done, right? They are offering an entire pizza for $3.14, but you have to be one of their rewards members. So they're using this as a way to get people to join the rewards programs.
All right.
Now, these are some companies I've never even heard of. Have you guys ever heard of Cauliflower? Like
cauliflower pizza?
Yeah, cauliflower.
No.
They make frozen
Flour.
Yeah, cauliflower. Did I say plower?
Yeah, you did.
I heard plower.
Yeah, that's left over from Pick the Porn.
Yeah, exactly. That's a different kind of pie day.
Cauliflower makes frozen pizzas with a cauliflower crust. One cauliflower product per person. God almighty, $11.99 maximum value.
If you can't say it, it doesn't sound appetizing.
Cauliflower product per person.
Okay, cauliflower product per person.
There you go.
There you go.
$11.99. They're not.
They're like, screw that pie thing.
And you do have to download their coupon.
Oh yeah, okay.
Have you ever heard of a place called Gold Belly?
No.
Gold Belly, which is a curated online shop for regional and artisanal foods throughout the U.S., offering up to 30% off of some of its best pies in honor of Pie Day. Blueberry pies, key lime pies, stuff like that.
Gold Belly. I like that.
Yeah.
Honey Baked Ham is getting in on it. $3.14 off of its apple caramel walnut pie.
Oh, see, that's another angle.
Yeah.
I'll give you the $3.14 discount.
Yeah, right. That's smart, buddy. Yeah. That's good. Hey, normally it's $100.
Yeah.
But today, Marco's Pizza. Have you guys ever had Marco's Pizza?
Yeah.
I did one time.
Is it any good?
Our Marco's is good.
Was it really?
But Jack's was not.
Well, Jack's a Jersey guy, so all the Jersey people or Chicago people are all pizza snobs.
Let me just say, it was a new pizza place in the neighborhood. I tried it once.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
They're offering a medium one-topping pizza for $3.14 with the purchase of any extra large pizza at menu price.
Okay.
So, and then you have to use a code as well. So they're working their way around this while trying to cheese off this publicity.
Cheese.
See what he did there?
Very
Jim Colbert,
clever.
ladies and gentlemen.
Papa John's jumping in on it. My least favorite of all of the chain pizzas. I'm not a
garlic sauce.
I'm not a Papa John's guy.
Wait, pizza wise or ownership?
Use almost any other delivery
Domino's?
pizza. Yeah, I would take Domino's over
Really?
Papa John's. Yes.
Oh yeah, no, I'm flipped.
You guys remember when Domino's came out and I'm basically quoting their commercials. Hey guys, we heard you. It wasn't that good. Which is why we started over.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we goofed it.
Yeah. We apologize.
By goofed it, we hired the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I do like the outside approach to unconventional approach to marketing that they've taken in the past few years.
Right. If you buy a large pizza at Papa John's, at regular menu price, you can get a large one-topping pizza for $3.14. That still is not a bad idea because, I mean, the pizza's not that expensive, so you can get in on this. You can freeze these things, too, by the way. You know that, right?
Pizza
You
pies?
can order these pizzas and freeze these things solid, and they'll keep. Like, you can reheat it like a frozen pizza. I'm not joking.
Yeah, no, I know you're not joking.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised by the amount of passion. Hey, guys, whoa, I've been telling you.
What I'm saying is you can get a pizza. If you're a family, you got a bunch of people to feed, get a pizza and then get another one for the next day.
That's always weird, though, to buy a fresh pizza, then make it into a frozen pizza.
And then lastly here, the mall pizzeria of all time. I don't even know if they're any open anymore. I guess they have to be. Yeah, Sbarro.
There we go.
Is jumping in on this.
What are you on the turnpike?
Those who signed up. Those who signed up for Sbarro's Slice Society rewards.
Oh, of course.
Get a free New York extra large pizza slice with the purchase of a drink anytime. They'll also receive a surprise on their birthday.
Yeah, it'll cost you $3.14 in tolls to get there.
Right, and then you have to drive to Yulee to turn around and get back home.
But what about like actual pies? I can't get on board with calling pizza pie.
Yeah.
I get it, it's a pizza pie, but we all know what pie is.
Two of those places were offering pies.
Yeah, I want more pies.
Yeah,
Where the key lime pies at? And by the way, cheesecake is also a pie to me. I know it has the word cake, and I'm pretty sure they go with cheesecake because cheese pie sounds pretty weird.
Yeah.
Why did you do this?
You're going to tell me it's a cake?
I'm surprised you gave him a pass on not calling pizza pie. So
Friday was wheels and doors, and now it's this.
I know.
It's cheesecake is not a pie. It's a cake. And I do understand that you can get some of those stupid cheesecakes that look like they're in a pie crust, but that's not really it, man.
Okay.
That's not it. That's just a cheesecake pie thing.
So what's on top? What's below cheesecake? Like you have the cheesecake, and then what's the bottom?
Sometimes you can have a graham cracker crust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which also
could be called a pie crust if it were a pie, but it's a cake.
So it's cake crust? Is that what you're calling it? You're going to call it cake crust? Because cakes are really known for having crust. Wait a second. Let me look at my watch. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Wait, I'm sorry. What kind of watch is that?
Exactly. What kind of watch tells you what's cake and what's pie?
You keep the Food Network up on your
exactly.
up on your watch at all times in case you get into a debate about cheesecake, whether it be being a pie
cake
or a
pie.
I love it. He had Jim actually cornered legitimately on an argument. Then he went to a weird watch reference.
Yeah, exactly.
I regret it. Sure. It was weird.
That is
Here's your escape hatch, Jimmy.
Exactly.
But cheesecakes, although cut into pie shapes.
Uh-huh.
Cake is also cut into pie shapes.
Uh-huh.
But not every cheesecake has a crust. Not all cheesecakes have a crust.
I have yet to see that.
Most of them do, though.
Yeah, I have not seen cheesecake without a crust.
Oh, I hate this!
A cheesecake without crust is a mistake. Something happened. An 8th grader cooked it. I love cheesecake. I think my number one.
Oh man!
I call it cheesecake, but it's closer to pie than it is cake.
Oh man, I hate this.
I also, but Jack, what's your favorite pie?
Chocolate pudding.
Chocolate pudding pie. What are you, 8?
Oh yeah, that's a good time.
French silk, baby.
And you know that was genuine.
French silk pie from the Village Inn is hard to beat.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to beat.
My neighbor. Used to make a peanut butter pie.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
But I think she also dealt in pills, so I was always afraid to eat it.
Yeah, that's a good call.
She dealt in what?
Pills.
Yeah, pills, you know.
Yeah.
She sold you pills?
She dealt in pills. She didn't sell them to him, necessarily.
I think. I don't know. Just a lot of weird cars late at night.
She also sold crustless cheesecake out here. 407-916-1041. Back in a sec.
Not that there's anything wrong with radio. Get us on your phone and go anywhere. There are a few exceptions. What up, Orange County? Download the iHeartRadio smartphone app and then search for Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
Stop and go ride along I-4 heading eastbound between County Road 557 and 429. Traffic is also slow from Osceola Parkway into 535 and expect delays westbound I-4 from World Drive into 429. The 408 and the Beach Line are up to speed. No problems along the Turnpike or 417. There is an accident reported along Sand Lake Road at Turkey Lake Road. And now reports of an accident along Lake Mary Boulevard east of Reinhardt Road near Waymont Court. From the Traffic Center, I'm Courtney Bright.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Start your day sizzling at Wawa with 2 for $5 sizzlies in your favorite varieties, including the return of the Waffle Sizzly. Enjoy a delicious breakfast on the go. Gotta have a Wawa.
It's the new year and time to finally free yourself from glasses and contacts with the help of the Filatowski Eye Institute. It's easy. Just simply text 1041 to the number 868686. Schedule that consultation. Get started on a path to better vision today. And remember, the Filatowski Eye Institute, one of the leaders in vision correction surgery here in Central Florida, changed the life of my son and my father-in-law, and absolutely have done it for thousands of Central Floridians as well. And if money is a concern, do not worry. Do not stress. 24-month interest-free financing is available. Take that next step to clear and crisper vision today. Just text 1041 to 868686 and schedule that consultation today.
This is Robert Palmer, president of RP Funding, and we've paid over $80 million in closing costs. Visit rpfunding.com to see how much we'll pay for your refinance, or call 855-773-8634.
Terms and conditions apply. We must settle on 68 Equal Housing.
Alpha Foundations.
Your home is your biggest investment, which is why protecting the safety of your home's foundation should be a top priority. Alpha Foundations is here to help with permanent solutions to foundation cracks, wet crawl spaces, and sinking concrete. For a free quote, call 1-800-714-3020 or visit alphafoundations.com. License CVC 1257350.
Home at last, you want to call them fast. Call Alpha Foundations.
Hey, did you ever wonder why you see so much camera footage of crimes? Well, me too. I thought the camera was supposed to actually deter the crime to begin with. Well, that's because they weren't safe touch cameras. Safe touch cameras are event-driven cameras. They're watching for events before they take place. You don't want to see somebody breaking into your car. You want to see them before it happens. And that's what safe touch cameras do. They alert you via text or video notification beforehand, giving you time to react to the situation. And safe touch cameras have 24/7 video storage in the cloud. That's the safest and most secure way to store important events that only you, the safe touch customer, gets control. You decide who sees it and who receives it. Here's the best news yet. You can get that safe touch surveillance system with 3-color cameras, 24-hour recording, secure storage, as low as $39.95 per month, and that includes 24/7 service, cloud storage, and camera warranty. Camera installation is an additional charge, and remember, this system will work with any security system or no system at all, and you can bundle up that Safe Touch 2-way communicator package for additional savings as well. Just call now, 888-723-8682, or visit safetouch.com. Get that free survey and demo today. Safe Touch, doing what others can't for over 37 years. State license ZF233.
Need a new fence? Think Mossy Oak Fence. The experts at Mossy are fence freaks. Freaks on quality and on your satisfaction. Mossy Oak Fence, high quality, backed by the best warranty in the business. Visit mossyoakfences.com.
Care has the power to bring kindness where it's needed. It brings out the best in every one of us. It doesn't just see people. It takes time to understand them. It puts the needs of others ahead of its own. And when you start with care, you end up with a very different kind of bank. Truist. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful green lawn. Get it growing with Scott's Triple Action Lawn Fertilizer, starting at $29.98. And keep it clean with the Craftsman 20-volt mower with free blower for only $2.99. That's a big value for a beautiful entrance. Create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about $310 for $316. U.S. only. Scott's offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired their personal trainer as a caterer.
All right, folks, let's keep this line moving. You there with the Toms. Picking up one Duchess potato at a time will not cut it at my catering table. Drop and give me 50.
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Okay, this is what we call the wild mushroom and asparagus dip, and press. Come on, let's get those plates above your heads.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
Try the new Tex-Mex takes on shrimp at Tijuana Flats. Crispy shrimp tacos with corn salsa, fajita shrimp quesadilla, and a tasty shrimp bowl with signature garlic lime sauce. Order now at TijuanaFlats.com.
Do you need your contractor's license? In 4 short weekends with Camtech School of Construction, you'll be ready to ace the state exam. Get legal, get licensed, get Camtech. Join us for a free info seminar this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Holiday Inn Universal. 1-800-875-PASS.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
The Fence Outlet team is knowledgeable and professional. They have fair prices and they take care of the permits. I'm very happy with my Fence Outlet fence.
Check them out for yourself at fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
My favorite pie is a cheesecake, man. I agree with you. Pie all the way. Sorry, Jimmy.
That's all right. Didn't
Pie
hear.
all the way. Cheesecake is a pie, man.
It's
a filling that's inside of that crust.
Unfortunately,
Cheesecake is a pie.
it is not a pie.
Oh, not if you read the texting service.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make them right, just because they can write. 407-916. I forgot about this one.
Yeah. The guy who's right is the guy who has conversations with the recorded messages we're playing right back from break.
That's the guy who knows his stuff.
And that's Pop Pop.
And he was really good at it, so that's not your first rodeo.
I've talked to recordings myself before. I hate to admit it. I also had a cooking show, though, so it's not like I'm a dunce to this stuff, and we both missed something. 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Jack and Ross are here, back from his trip.
Is it flour?
We were talking about the cheesecake thing because today is National Pie Day. Ross dropped a bomb on us and said a cheesecake actually isn't a cake, it's a pie because it's a filling over a crust. But I'm here to tell you, nay, sir, nay. It is neither or neither.
Ooh.
It is not.
It's neither.
It's neither nor neither. Apparently, a cheesecake is a tort.
Oh,
God.
okay.
A tort or a tart. It's one of those because basically you make it in a spring-form pan, which is not a pie shell. You do have a bottom crust, but it doesn't need to have the back of it to be an actual pie because a pie is a filling, a shell with a filling. A pie,
and then you bake it, right?
And then you bake it. I mean, you can have icebox pies. I mean, you can do
key
that.
lime pies and not baked.
Right,
Okay.
right. I mean, but cheesecakes are baked or they not. I mean, you can have them both ways where they set up in the fridge. But it's basically a tort or a tart. So basically, it's made in a spring-form pan with a crusted bottom, but it doesn't have to have the crust on the sides. So I think you and I both actually wrong technically there.
I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
But I love a good cheesecake. I used to print for a lady over on, I don't even know if she's still here anymore because everybody automatically thinks that Cheesecake Factory's cheesecake is the absolute best or whatever because that's what they built their entire company around. And it is pretty good. They do a good job. But I like the New York style cheesecake more.
What is the difference, though?
A higher crime rate.
The New York one will take your watch,
right?
And sell you a really nice fake one.
It's when it bakes, it gets a different consistency. It's not as puddingy. It's not as creamy like that. It is creamy, but it has a
more crumbly.
It has a crumble kind of just a tiny bit of a crumble to it. And Andrea Quality Cheesecake over off Edgewater Drive for so many years. Her and her sister, or she and her sister, used to make these pies, and I would get one a year. Oh,
you
my
mean a
God.
cheesecake pie?
Oh, my, or these cheesecakes or whatever.
Oh, he said it himself, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that W right in my column.
Don't do it.
Yep, nope.
Do not do it.
I'm pantomiming a fake W.
The only thing I want with it is like a little raspberry compote or a little cherry compote, just a little acid or something sweet to offset the.
Sick.
Oh my God, man! So good.
I like all of my toppings when it comes to my cheesecake and the crust. I like good crust, but I'm also not afraid of cookies and cream crust.
Oh yeah, they have a chocolate, like a crumbled chocolate crust. It's pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Is tiramisu cake?
All right, let's go, Jack.
That would probably be another tort because of the way it's set up.
I think it is. I think it's like a tart. I'm telling you, man. I don't think it is. I don't think it's a cake or a pie.
Because tiramisu is my favorite dessert, right?
Is it really?
And I came across, but I'm not a fan of cheesecake. But I was at Costco getting gas for $4.19 a gallon.
All right.
But I was at Costco,
weird flex,
and they have a tiramisu cheesecake.
Yeah. My mom makes a wonderful Kahlua cheesecake.
Really?
Yes.
And the crust are like these dark cookies.
Yeah, it's weird. You know what's
that you
weird?
Crush up, and that's the base of it.
As a rule, I'm not a big fan of chocolate with cheesecake because I think they're both they're both not muted flavors, but there's no acid in it, so there's nothing to offset it. That's why I like fruit with it. Pineapple's great with cheesecake,
Here
man.
we go with the fancy food talk.
Pineapple and blueberries are great with like any berry is wonderful.
Don't like my flavors muted.
I like. Yeah. We got to turn the volume up on these flavors. You know what I like about tiramisu is that they have those, right? They're called lady fingers.
Oh,
yeah.
I just think that's so funny.
It's like a little cookie, right? It's like a little bread cookie.
Yeah. Sponge cake.
Yeah.
One of the last times I had tiramisu, like the top, it has that chocolate powder. It's
just cocoa dust, right?
Yeah, cocoa dust. That's how I found out that whenever I take a bite, I have a slight inhale as I bite something.
because you inhaled some of the chocolate stuff.
Oh, man. You go for a bite of tiramisu and you
sneeze for like a week.
Oh, man. Same thing with powdered sugar on top of brownies and stuff. I would just have the smallest of inhales for all this dust to get sucked up into my lungs.
Wow.
Have you ever had a what?
Texting service 77031, Evil Eye coming in hot, because I think he might be right. Is cornbread cake?
No, it's bread. Says it right there in the name.
Well, yeah, cheesecake says cake right in the name.
Yeah, we've already agreed that it's a tort.
But look at cornbread.
Yeah, cornbread is bread made from cornmeal.
And then what's the
No,
difference?
it's like a cake.
It's
When
not
you
a
get a
cake.
piece of cornbread, it's like a cake.
not a cake.
It's frostingless cake.
I will not entertain this argument. It's effing bread. Everybody knows it's bread. Cornbread right there.
No, it's cake.
I think it's
It really
cake.
is cake.
I think it's
Look
closer
at
to
it. It's how you
cake.
make it, how you eat it. It's
not
all
a cake.
cake.
There's no sugar in it. Very little anyway.
Okay.
That's not a
Sugarless cake.
That's not a main component. There's no icing on it.
Is there yeast in it?
No.
Oh, it's not bread then.
And you don't think, I'm going to throw this out
Well,
here.
the
You
cakes
said
don't have
there's
yeast.
no icing
No, there's
on
no
cornbread.
icing.
What about butter? You're going to butter it.
Oh yeah, you can put butter on it. Yeah, don't
You
say
put butter on cake.
Don't say gonna. For the record, you don't tell me how to eat my cornbread.
Listen.
Don't go. No. You don't have power over my cornbread. Although I do like it buttered.
Yeah. Everyone does.
And no, not everyone. I don't like mine sweet either. I like corny cornbread.
So, okay.
You know what I mean.
It comes with a pun.
Since my birthday's coming up next, let me not miss this
Oh my
opportunity
God.
to remind you
How many times do you have to? You did it 4 times last week.
that my favorite cake is ice cream cake, like Carvel ice cream cake.
God, it's so good, and they do
It
a great
is so
job.
good, but really, that's just a hunk of ice cream.
Yeah.
There's no
But
cake in
no,
that.
that's not true.
No, that's not true.
That's not true. They put there's a layer of cake on the bottom, ice cream on top. Don't
Well,
even.
They have the crunch in it.
Yeah, that's the middle part.
No, it's all ice cream.
No, it's not. You're
it's,
wrong.
It's not like Publix does an ice cream cake where it's actually cake and ice cream together.
Wrong.
But Carvel ice cream cake is all ice cream and those
No.
coffee ground sprinkles.
No, they get the crunchies, but it's the ice cream layer of crunchies, then a cake. I'm virtually certain.
And I'm
yeah.
all right. So
every birthday.
Yeah, okay.
There's no cake.
I'm on board with us both being wrong about cheesecake not really being a cake.
Okay.
But you called it a tort.
A tart, actually. Tort or tart?
Yeah,
Wait,
Isn't a tart a woman with
No,
questionable
my God.
morals?
Yeah.
No, it's a tart. No.
What's the difference?
I almost made a bad joke there. I had to be very cool.
All right, cool. What's the difference between a tort and a tart?
Well, a tort, I believe, can be savory or sweet.
I think that's a legal maneuver.
A tart usually is a fruit-based filling and a shell of some sort.
I'm always going to call it a tart. I don't tort my tart.
407-916-1041. Sports next with Brandon Kravitz.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Stop or go right along I-4 heading eastbound between County Road 557 and 429. Traffic is also slow from Osceola Parkway into 535 and expect delays westbound I-4 from World Drive into 429. The 408 and the Beach Line are up to speed. No problems along the Turnpike or 417. There is an accident reported along Sand Lake Road at Turkey Lake Road. And now reports of an accident along Lake Mary Boulevard east of Reinhardt Road near Waymont Court. From the Traffic Center, I'm Courtney Bright.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, are you looking to bring fiber optics to your community? Learn about reliable fiber internet, world-class TV, and smart home services. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/bulk today.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressures of running your business? There's a limit to what you can do and still keep employees engaged. Insperity can help you with that. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work, helping you with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance, the entire time giving your employees competitive benefit options. And because you're able to focus on other priorities, your employees can thrive and your business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full-service HR, employee benefits, HR technology, it's Insperity. That's HR that makes a difference.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Do you need your contractor's license? In 4 short weekends with Camtech School of Construction, you'll be ready to ace the state exam. Get legal, get licensed, get Camtech. Join us for a free info seminar this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Holiday Inn Universal. CamtechSchool.com.
Is an Amscot cash advance right for you? Compare for yourself. Often, it can be less than the late fee on an overdue bill. With Amscot, you could get up to $500 on the spot with no credit check. Amscot. Some restrictions apply.
Counting Crows. The Butter Miracle Tour 2022. April 26th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. Counting Crows. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and HardRockTampa.com. Don't miss Counting Crows, the Butter Miracle Tour 2022, Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
If you're making big decisions like refinancing or buying your first home, maybe doing some debt consolidation, go to HomeLoansRadio.com. Work with that mortgage guy, Don, and then listen to the Home Loans Radio Show every Saturday morning on Real Radio 104.1.
To say that we live in testing times right now is an understatement. And literally, we are doing a lot of testing when it comes to COVID. If you've ever been unsure about the results for your home test or you've run out of free ones due to having to test frequently, you're not alone. Hi, Mario Lopez here for my friends over at the COVID Clinic. And the COVID Clinic offers accurate PCR testing with same-day results. No charge to the patient testing, also available. Need a COVID test? Register now at covidclinic.org. That's covidclinic.org.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Gorgeous gaming, stunning streams, unbelievable bandwidth. Welcome to another Lifestyles of Gagillionaires. Meet the AT&T Fiber customers winning at life with hyper-gig speeds. Say hello to the Walkers, a family of not 1 but 4 Gagillionaires, each living up their Gagillionaire life at ludicrous internet speed. First up, Anna Walker. She dominates streaming like the matriarch she is. No show ever goes unwatched under her watch.
Next episode.
Next up, Peter Walker. There's no stopping this dad bod from showing up to his virtual workout sessions.
Let's go leg day.
And finally, the Walker twins. They may look alike but couldn't internet more differently. Harry dominates his fellow online gamers while Heather group video chats with friends.
Ooh, nice background filter, Jess.
Live like a Gagillionaire. Get internet that upgrades everything. AT&T Fiber, now with speeds up to 5 gigs.
Limited availability in select areas. Speeds not guaranteed. Single device wired speed max 4.7 gig per second. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
Forged from the fusion of sweet honey and spicy spice.
Translation: Wendy's new hot honey chicken sandwich and biscuit are here.
A molten sweet heat cast atop an inferno of flavor.
Translation: a bold hot honey sauce drizzled over Wendy's spicy chicken.
And topped with applewood smoked bacon.
What he said.
Venture to Wendy's for the new hot honey chicken sandwich or breakfast biscuit.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Participating U.S. Wendy's hot honey chicken biscuit only includes crispy chicken and hot honey sauce and is only available during breakfast hours.
Hey, what up, you freaking maniacs? It's Tommy Lee, and we're back, baby.
And this is Joe Elliott from Def Leppard.
iHeartRadio and all the bands on the stadium tour want you to have the ultimate experience at the show in Miami. We'll get you flights, hotel, and front row tickets to the show. Plus, you'll meet the crew, Def Leppard and Poison.
To win, open the free iHeartRadio app and listen to Slippery When Wet Radio.
And you're automatically entered.
Tickets for the stadium tour are on sale now at LiveNation.com.
This is going to be insane.
Good luck, and we'll see you there with iHeartRadio.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch.
Yeah. We like it when you watch.
At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, Jim, I tried the Tijuana Flats shrimp tacos this weekend. Thanks for the heads up. Delish.
Yeah, they did a damn good job. I agree 100%. Love the guys over at Tijuana Flats. Great community partner here in Central Florida as well. They asked me to help them out, get and spread the word about this new taco they have of the shrimp, and they destroyed it. Absolutely did a great job.
And we'll have $30 in Tijuana Flats cash at the end of the show today. So if you're listening on WYGM, right 96.9 The Game, and you get tired of this sports stuff,
oh my God,
you come to us, and we'll give you stuff.
Dirty.
He's dirty. He's a program director. He's not supposed to be doing that.
We'll bribe you to listen.
It's the worst. This guy is supposed to be watching out for everybody.
Our prizes are better.
Turn your mic on. You're gonna yell at him.
My microphone isn't working.
Yeah,
You're sending people away from my show.
He's like the Russian media.
What is this?
All right,
why do I do this?
916-1041, Texas, because of me, buddy.
Yeah,
you love me.
We love you. Jack Putin show.
Welcome back. I am Jim, Deb, Jack, Ross, and of course, every single Monday we invite our good friend Brandon Kravitz to drop by from 96.9 The Game. They talk sports over there for about 3 hours a day. He comes and joins us on Mondays, talk a little sports. What's up, BK? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Are they still playing this golf tournament right now?
To your right. Look to your right. They just went through another rain thing, too.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was watching on my computer. I had it hooked up to ESPN Plus, and it said that my event had ended, and that was right after the downpour of rain. So I thought maybe they suspended play, but maybe I was just my feed ended.
I mean, there's some big names up there. Not the names I think a lot of people want to see, like Brooks Koepka and Justin Thomas, but I mean Cam Smith.
Like the best players in the world.
Cam Smith's top 20. Keegan Bradley's playing great. Victor Hovland is top 10.
Hovland, yes, I'll give you that. He looks like he's going to be one of these guys that's going to be around for a while. He'll be at the top of many leaderboards. But I find this to be disappointing.
Oh,
I mean, this is one of the biggest golf tournaments of the year, and we've got 10 guys that should always be in that top little box that they put up on the TV screen. They should always be there. There should always be one. Give me a Rahm, give me a McIlroy, give me a Koepka, give me a DJ.
They got to play the game. They're not playing well. Rahm hacked it today. Roy can't hit a fairway.
That's why I'm disappointed, because those are the guys. That is the era of golf that we are in right now. There is no Tiger Woods. I'm fine with that. This is the era. I'm fine with that as long as you give me. Basically, what has happened is it used to be it was Tiger or bust. Now what you have is you've got like 10 guys that if you're into the game of golf, but you kind of need a name to keep the juice alive.
Yeah.
One of those guys should always be a factor, and right now that's not the case.
This guy Cam Smith started out with 4 straight birdies today. Matter of fact, he made 1 par on the front side.
I mean, obviously, whoever's going to be at the top of the leaderboard is having one hell of a round.
But what I'm saying is you're playing one of the hardest golf courses in the world, and these guys are throwing darts out there. I mean, you should be impressed. I mean, why does the name have to be there?
This would be like, so everybody's filling out their NCAA tournament brackets. You know, this is what we're...
Yeah.
This would be like, we get to the Final Four, and you've got Chattanooga taking on New Mexico State. Well, I can look and go, yeah, but look at the run they had.
Yeah.
They had this incredible run. They beat this team, that team. They had they were hot from 3-point range in the Elite Eight, and it would be like, yawn. Who cares?
Very angry today. What's got you so upset?
For what it's worth, he's right.
No, he's not. God,
maybe that's why.
Why is everybody wrong?
That's why I'm upset.
It's good shot making. It's good golf. I mean, do you need the bat? I mean,
if a tree falls in the forest and I can't hear it, then it doesn't matter.
So it was bad for Cincinnati to be in the Super Bowl this year?
It wasn't.
The NFL is immune to this conversation.
Yeah, I don't know that it is though, really,
it
because
is.
I mean it's the same kind of thing. I mean you have 1 player on the Bengals that anybody knows, 2 maybe. You know, maybe 3 max. A receiver, the running back.
But the PGA Tour is much closer to a conversation about that we would have about boxing or MMA than it is to a conversation we'd have about the NFL. The NFL is immune to that. You leave them off to the side. It doesn't matter. The Jaguars could play the Cardinals in the Super Bowl, and we'll all just watch and drool, and we'll have wing sauce all over our face. So it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
In golf, it matters.
Look, there's enough names up there to make me happy, buddy, as a golf fan.
You're a hardcore golf fan, though.
I mean,
you don't care.
Everybody, there's 5 players within 2 shots, and with 17 and 18, anything can happen. That's what makes golf great, especially at the stadium course, is because anything can happen in the last 3 holes.
How about this?
You could go eagle, double to finish.
How about this? For the people out there that like watching golf, they maybe throw a little scratch on a golfer here and there. You think anybody bet on these guys? No, they're checked out at this point. The guy that you picked, maybe with the exception of Hovland, The guy that you picked, it's not a factor anymore.
Because you don't know who Cam Smith doesn't mean he's not a good player. The guy's a top.
That's not at all what I'm
20.
saying.
Oh, it sounds
at
like
all.
it. And he's got a mullet.
I'm not trying to. No.
He's got a mullet. What more do you want? The dude's on the PGA Tour with a straight up stringy ass mullet.
Maybe after he wins this, he'll become a star. As of right now, he's not.
Let's talk about the NFL because I know that's what you want to do. Let's talk about Tom Brady coming back. This is, by the way, just from me to you, this is a dent in his legacy for me.
Ooh.
It's the same thing that happened with Jordan. Pick a side. Do it the way you're supposed to do it, like Barry Sanders did it. And other players are just like, I'm done. And then leave and don't come back. I hate this, man. To me, it takes away that whole mechanical mythology of Tom Brady being the ultimate, scientist / athlete where you're bullying. All the numbers are there. Everything lines up.
Yeah.
I mean, it just takes that away.
Proof he's human. How about that?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't want him to be human.
Since you and I are obviously edgy on this Monday afternoon, I want to argue with you on this so bad.
Bring it.
But I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
The only reason why that isn't my prevailing opinion or emotion today is because I'm just so excited that he's back.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited, but I totally get what you're saying. I really do.
Fan. You know what the funny thing is? I'll tell you even something that's even more. Look, I understand this is illogical as it gets, but he gained legacy points with me with the throwing of the trophy back and forth in the boats and stuff. Like, that's like, oh my God, this guy's a baller. And then you heard him on Twitter doing interviews. He's like dropping F-bombs. He's like a normal guy.
Yeah.
It's not doing like an NFL interview, post-interview where he has to say the right thing and give all the thanks to his teammates and his coaches and stuff. He was actually being Tom Brady, and that was great. And then he does this. I'm back. Get out of here.
And it's one of two things. And I think both leave a lot of room for judgment because either Brady is a waffler and there's nothing we hate more in this country than someone who can't make up their mind.
And he's never shown us that, right? Like this, he never shown us this once in his life.
Nope. And if it's not that, then he's got a flair for the dramatic.
Yeah.
And, that kind of thing, it just seems like he's above that.
Let me throw a little conspiracy theory out there because there was a rumor that his retirement was kind of broken out by Adam Schefter, right?
Yeah.
That he didn't really want to make the decision then because Schefter found out by one of his inside guys that he broke the news, which he has to do. I mean, and I'm sure he has a pretty good working relationship with a lot of these players, but they also understand what he is. He's a reporter. His job is to report news, and he gets that news. Do you think that maybe this is just kind of taking that back a little bit and saying, somebody else took power over that particular move in his life, and he wanted to do it this way, maybe? I mean, is there possibly some of that in there?
So you're saying that he originally wanted to retire, but because the reporting was out there and it didn't go the way that he had originally planned, that he's just going to say, I'll hit reset on this whole thing.
Right, because he never really gave a formal statement, did he?
He never actually, he strongly implied that he was retired.
Right, yeah.
But he never said the word retired. That was the only reason why I thought I left the window open. I think when we discussed it, after he had kind of retired or whatever that was over the last 40 days.
His dad freaked out and came to his, his dad sent out a tweet saying, hey, man, Tom hasn't made this decision.
Yeah, but he said, he was on his own podcast, said to Jim Gray, who's the host of it, and he said, it's time for me to step away and to be a father and these other things in life. And I just.
For this next 3 months.
I think it's his wife.
I
think he finally convinced his wife. It's like, come on, one more year. I got one more year in me.
She was the first person to tweet at him or something like that right after he made.
Is that where we're back on
if
that?
you're in the parking lot. No.
Wow, man.
You're savage.
But here's the deal. Free on the iHeartRadio app, you get to listen to all Orlando City games, so you search them and send them a talkback. I'm sure they'd love to hear from you.
Yes, we love hearing the talkbacks.
Sure you
really like those.
Let's talk about the Magic before we get to college basketball because, of course, March Madness is here and people are losing their mind. It'll be bracket crazy for the next 2 weeks. Orlando Magic lose to the Sixers this weekend, but actually have to go to overtime to do that. And, I mean, the Sixers, best team in the East, top 3 in the East.
I think so, even though they just got bludgeoned by the Brooklyn Nets and that was the big game on Thursday where you had Ben Simmons, even though he wasn't playing, going back into Philadelphia. That was the hottest ticket that the Sixers have had in Philadelphia in years, and then the Nets just go in there and blow them out. So, yeah, they're right there. I mean, the 76ers, I think, are the best team. The Heat have the best record in the Eastern Conference. The East is loaded right now. But either way, the Magic are playing really good basketball. Since the All-Star break, they're 4-4, so they're playing 500 basketball. If you're 500 in the NBA, you're a pretty good team. And so even though that's only an 8-game sample size, 2 of those games are against 2 of the best teams in the NBA, and the Suns and the 76ers, and both of those games came down to the wire. Those were losses for them. But if you're diagnosing 4 of the losses in that 8, I mean, the Magic have really turned things around, it seems like.
I saw some footage of Mo Bamba back. He looked great. I mean, I say back, but
he 27 the other night.
He looked great. He looks big, man. He's gained some weight, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I thought it looked like he gained some muscle. And the team, again, they look like they're scrappy. Markelle Fultz playing well.
He is. He had 11 assists last night.
I mean,
these guys are putting up numbers. Wendell Carter Jr. has been the best player on the team. That's their big man that they're going to be tied to for years. He has been terrific.
Well, I mean, God, it would be great to see a hump that the Magic are getting over, and get
just
all the
in time for the end of the season.
Yeah. So. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, look, can I tell you, as a fan, seeing them go out with a little blast, with some, with some at least on a good note. Leaving the season. You don't want to leave the season with 11 straight losses. I mean, leaving the season with a little action going in to the offseason, coming out, with draft picks and other things like that. It's going to be fun to watch next year, maybe. Maybe they were right that who knows? 2 or 3 years with this team, getting injured players back, who knows what could happen.
Jonathan Isaac back next year.
That's right.
And now it's scouting season.
Right, that's right.
Because you've got some guys they're going to look for in the NCAA tournament. You've got Chet Holmgren, number 1 seed Gonzaga in the West region. He's somebody that you're going to look for. He'll be a top 3 pick. Jabari Smith with Auburn. They're going to one of the top seeded teams in the tournament. He's going to be a top pick. He'll probably be the top pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Paolo Banchero from Duke, who's probably going to be the number 3 pick. So some guys to scout, and it's going to be a fun tournament. If you watched any college basketball this past weekend, it was sort of a precursor to how wild all of this is going to be. March is in full effect.
It's like the Wild West, right?
Oh, my God, it's so
all
great.
Of the top 7 teams a couple weeks ago all lose in one weekend or whatever? So, I mean,
it was like 7 of the top 10.
I think that's great for the sport. I really do. I mean, we saw that in the NFL a little bit this year, where teams kind of came out of nowhere that played well. I think it's just simply good to have some of those names replaced, at least for a short period of time, and have it be a lot more fun. I mean, are you guys doing anything for brackets, any contesting or anything like that?
So we're actually going to be out at Twin Peaks on Thursday and Friday. Nice. I've got a show bracket that I have up on my Facebook group page. That's Zone-Heads on Facebook. If you want to become a member, if you're not one already, you can join the tournament bracket challenge that we have, and I'll give away some awesome prizes.
How much does it cost?
It's free.
What?
To enter.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's free to enter.
Get on boards, kids.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
you can compete against me and my co-host Mike Tazi and all of our listeners and all of that stuff.
Are there any? Is anybody doing one of those big $1 billion things this year? A couple years back, it was.
I was going to give away $1 billion, but I thought, you know what? I don't want to. Too greedy.
You didn't want to take
greedy.
Warren Buffett's spotlight.
All this stuff happening in Ukraine. You want to hold on to your cash, buddy. You want to
hold
on to it. You never know.
Good to know.
Yeah, put it in gold.
I've got the Get Upside app, so I've been getting cash back at the pump.
Here with Brandon Kravitz, 96.9 The Game, every day, 3 to 6 sports. Major League Baseball is firing back up, buddy. I mean, this action happened since we spoke last, but they came to an agreement.
Yeah, you've already got teams that are wheeling and dealing out there. The Yankees made a trade last night. I don't know if you're excited that you got Josh Donaldson now.
Little bit. He's kind of old, but little bit.
I don't even know who he is.
Former AL MVP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
37 years old, but gave up Gary Sanchez and Gio Urshela, which was our star third baseman. But.
Now, Jim, you don't know who that is?
I do not know who
so
that
is it exciting to you?
No, it is not.
All right, now watch the Players' final round real fast.
It's totally different. Completely different. Like NFL is immune, that's immune. That argument is immune.
All right.
37 years old going out of the league, nobody cares about that guy.
I mean, he's going to the Yankees.
It's not like there's a 44-year-old guy named Paul Casey playing this tournament.
Yes, we've got Freddie Freeman, waiting to see where he's going to sign.
Freddie Freeman.
Clayton Kershaw re-signed with the LA Dodgers. Trying to think of what else is out there. But yeah, we've got, now that Major League Baseball is fired back up, their offseason was put on pause. So you had all of these free agents that couldn't sign anywhere because the league was locked out.
And now the National League has the DH, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting, right? So now the National League, well, I guess, would they make any... Because, man, the American League, there were guys for years. That's what he did. You hit, that's it.
Hanging on.
Yeah, it creates more jobs.
You play first or right field occasionally, that's it.
It's a job creator.
It is a job creator. You get an extra spot in the lineup with these guys. So that's how many teams in the National League? I think there's like 15.
Yeah.
So there'll be 15 extra jobs.
Yeah. Can't wait for those new unemployment numbers.
I'm telling you. Joe Biden's going to take credit for it, too.
What do you think about that? You like the idea of the DH being in the National?
Yes, because I've grown tired of not every pitcher is Shohei Ohtani.
Right.
Sometimes when you get to the ninth batter, it's the pitcher. It's easy for a baseball fan with a remote control in their hand to change the channel. Whatever you can do to steer people away from that. That's why I'm in favor of the pitch clock. All it is mental. It's just giving the fans just sort of some indicator that we are keeping this thing moving.
Yeah, keeping it under control.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. We were just talking about the DH. See, the weird thing for me is, I don't know, man.
You like how it's unique and different. And
no, I like
there's character.
Well, you have to understand, I was an Atlanta Braves fan back in the day of John Smoltz, Greg Maddux, and Tom Glavine, and all of those guys took a lot of pride in hitting the baseball. And can I tell you, I think may have been the best hitting pitching lineup of all time.
Well, there's four pitchers who can hit, and then everybody else sucks.
Right.
That's the problem.
But it's still, I don't know. I understand for baseball, you want to see action in that space, and not just not just a strikeout because somebody get up there or an attempt at a bunt. But it's fine.
I thought it was
going to bother me.
Well, I thought it was cool back when the American League and the National League rarely ever played each other or never played each other until you got to the World Series.
Right.
And then you had the meeting of the worlds where the National League had the advantage because the American League pitcher didn't hit all year and all of that stuff. But there's so much interleague play now that the league is... Major League Baseball isn't separated like it used to be.
No, it's not that way anymore.
And so it is just like these other sports where they're more like conferences than they are separate leagues. They used to be treated like separate leagues. So if that were the case, then have different rules. But it would be like the NFC having a 2-point conversion and the AFC doesn't.
Right,
It'd be goofy. And so I do appreciate some of those qualities and characteristics about Major League Baseball, but I'm glad they got rid of that one.
Well, it would be it's going to be exciting. I'm glad the season got fired back up. It would be weird to have a summer without baseball in any way, shape, or form. It would just be weird for not to be on TV, hearing people in the hallways talk about their teams gathering up, or Jack going to Tampa to watch the Yankees play,
or people sharing their MLB TV password.
By the way, really quick, if I can share this idea that my co-host Mike Tozzi gave me, that Major League Baseball as an olive branch to their fans should give fans free Major League TV access.
100% agree.
This year is, hey, we're sorry we put you through this mess. Why don't you subscribe to our app for free?
Wow.
You can watch all of the games, even if they just did it for half the season.
That's what I was saying. How much is it usually? Would it like $19?
It's a lot of money.
It's over $100. It's like $870.
They're not going to give that away. Are you kidding?
To get every game available, but then I think they have a radio only package, or you could do just your team.
Yeah,
and it'll be cheaper.
Yeah, but it's not worth it.
They're probably not going to offer.
It's like $150, I think, if you want every game. $150 for the season.
I don't know one person that watches.
Every year I pay for it.
You have two people in front of you.
They watch a full baseball game every week.
Well,
a full baseball game.
There are rumors that Jack and I share a login.
Okay, so do you guys watch full baseball games at least one a week, like from beginning to end?
I'd say at least one a week. Yeah.
Yes.
From beginning to end, really?
Yes. Yeah.
Jim, let me remind you, you're supposed to like this sport.
I like watching it when
it's sport. I just can't watch it for 7 hours.
Watch it when it starts, and then I'll watch it
at the end of it. Very good. All right. Always good seeing you. Brandon Kravitz, 96.9 The Game.
It's like a movie.
Every single day from 3 until 6. And don't forget, he's going to be at Twin Peaks when?
In Altamont Springs. We'll be out there on Thursday and Friday. Stop by, say hi. You can show us your bracket. Just put it right there in our face. We'll have T-shirts to give away.
Whip out your bracket.
Twin Peaks gift cards. Just show us your bracket at Twin Peaks. Thursday and Friday we'll be live 3 p.m.
We'll see you later, man. Have a good week. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey everybody, good Monday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center. Central Florida weather on this Monday. Nice, a cool start. Gives way to a very pleasant afternoon. Looking for area highs, low mid-70s, dry and pleasant, comfortable. East winds at 10 to 15s, occasional breezes. Partly cloudy. It looks like we're quiet and cool tonight. Lows down to 62. Northeast winds at 5 to 10. Got some Fox 35 Storm Alert days again for you Tuesday and Wednesday as some energy comes in across the peninsula. Looks like damaging wind gusts be the main threat in some of the stronger storms. We'll keep you updated, and we'll be tracking. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Do keep it here for the very latest, and have a great day. Take care.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Hey, listeners! Before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, decide whether you'll drink or whether you'll drive. If you plan to drink, make sure you designate a sober driver. Don't let your luck run out.
Man, if you're in need of a fence, you need to think Mossy Oak Fence. A beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak is a great way to add appeal and value to your home. And the experts over there are fence freaks. That means freaks for your quality and freaks for your satisfaction. Skilled craftsmen only use the very best materials, getting you the best results every single time. Just called these guys for another appointment. They did such a wonderful job. I need more. They set the standard when it comes to quality, and that quality is backed by the best warranty in the biz. Just visit mossyoakfences.com. And as always, let the Mossy family protect your family today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts has what you need to keep your engine performing at its best. Our professional parts people will help you select the right products for your vehicle and your budget. Like 5 quarts of Castrol GTX conventional oil and a MicroGuard filter, just $28.99. Save money on your next oil change. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hurry in during Ram Truck Month, where you'll find J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality in 2021. And right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on the 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. For 2021 J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Not compatible with any other offer. 0% APR financing for 72 months equals $13.89 per month per 1,000 finance for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital, regardless of down payment. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 3/31/2022.
This is Robert Palmer, president of RP Funding. With home values at an all-time high, it's a great time to turn your home equity into cash and get a closing cost credit from RP Funding. Call 855-773-8634. Terms and conditions apply. We must 7168 equal housing.
All smashed up, don't know what to do. Just call Mo so you won't be singing the blues. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO.
Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
It is one of the top 5 most important purchases you're going to make in your entire life.
International Diamond Center's Ryan McKellen talking about your engagement ring.
We take the time to make sure that you have that peace of mind in that purchase.
At IDC, peace of mind starts with a hand-picked certified diamond that is cut for maximum brilliance.
And when I put my diamond up against a diamond that you can find in almost any other retail location, we're going to end up beating the competition because our product stands out to the eye of the beholder. It sparkles more, it jumps off the ring, and just outperforms.
And to showcase that diamond, IDC has rings from premier designers like Tacori, Verragio, Henry Dawsey, and many more.
IDC carries brands that other stores are not even allowed to carry.
And then you get the strongest warranties in the jewelry industry, backed by a family who stands behind every purchase for life.
Our integrity is paramount. We take care of your ring for life. We invite you in as an extension of our family, but you always know that you're getting top quality products. That peace of mind that the customer gets is unbelievable.
International Diamond Center for that once-in-a-lifetime purchase. 4 convenient Orlando locations.
Your life, your hopes, your passions. These things are none of our business. Your deodorant rash, your favorite cheese, and whatever you were searching for at 1:15 a.m. That's really none of our business. Because your life is private. And unlike other tech companies, we think your internet should be too. Oh, what kind of dog is that? That's none of our business either. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Mortgage rates are still at record lows. Don't miss out. Visit homeloansradio.com and get a free quote.
The good news? You can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Hey Jimmy, hey guys, what about quiche? Is quiche considered a pie? I don't know. What are you guys thoughts? Alright, bye.
Yeah, quiche is a pie for sure. Actually, quiche could be its own thing, maybe. But I think it is a pie for sure. Yeah, pie crust filled with eggs and, onions, mushrooms, sausage.
Well, isn't it like a frittata?
A frittata is flat, though, I think. A frittata is more flat, whereas a quiche is in a pie crust for sure. 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here. Ross is back.
Now, I agree with you that it's a pie. I think it's a pie, but now I'm confused. What makes it a pie and not a tart? Because you can have
a pie. Yeah, pie is a crust with a filling, and it can be savory or see, the thing is, I don't know if a pie can be savory. And it can, because obviously a pizza pie is savory.
Yeah, but that's
pie isn't.
weird.
Yeah, that's that. Right. Yeah, I think a traditional pie like we're talking about. Yeah, it's. I don't know, buddy. The truth is, I don't know. I know it is in the shape of a pie. You make them in pie plates with pie crust, and you just fill it up with eggs and cheese and whatnot, and then bake it off, so it's delicious. But
I love quiche.
Oh, I do too, man.
Fun word to say, fun word to spell, great thing to eat.
Christmas morning. For many, many years, my mother-in-law brings over quiche for Christmas morning before we open up gifts and stuff.
It's funny. The only
tradition.
reason I know what a frittata is because Christmas morning, Naomi, that's what she would make.
Right.
Us. Yeah.
Now here comes this is going to throw a whole new.
Man. Come on.
We're about to quinky dink it. Quiches, tarts, cobblers, and cheesecakes all qualify as pies.
Do they really?
That's one website is telling me.
So it actually, can I tell you where I got the tart thing from? Said kind of the same thing. Because the big thing was, let's settle this once and for all. Is a cheesecake a pie? And then they kind of go in there like, well, it's not really a pie or a cake. It's really a tart. And then they, they kind of go into that. So I think all of these can kind of intermingle depending on the fillings and stuff. I think it's mostly just tradition, though, right? Because a shepherd's pie isn't a pie.
No.
Yeah, shepherd's pie is not a pie at all, really. It's more like a casserole, isn't it?
Yeah, nailed that.
Yeah, it's like a casserole, but kind of not.
Plus, it's only called shepherd's pie if you use lamb.
Right, because
it's called a cottage pie if you use ground beef, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's just what you and Evil Eye say.
And it's topped with mashed potatoes, and there's no crust.
No, but you do have to be careful because if you like to eat like at an Irish restaurant, or an English pub, and you order a shepherd's pie, it's going to come with lamb. But if you eat like an American restaurant and you order a shepherd's pie, it's going to be ground beef.
It's like a chicken pot pie is a savory pie as well. That's a pie for sure.
Yes.
It's savory filling in a pie crust. So that means a quiche is a pie.
Is a chicken pot pie a pie if it doesn't have the crust on the bottom?
No, it's not. It's not. But they do make chicken pot pies that just have a puff pastry on top of the filling. But
I'm not buying it.
In my opinion, when you make chicken pot pie, I make it with biscuits on top.
Whoa! So I didn't even know you could do that.
So basically, you'll take your small casserole dish, you make your filling, which is just basically chicken in a cream sauce that you make out of a roux and stuff. And then you pour it into the crust, put the crust on top, and you're really only baking it to bake the pie stuff. The filling's already done.
I think we're getting the most out of Pie Day.
We are. I do want to switch gears because there's a really interesting story. Now, Ross, you worked at theme parks, and specifically you worked at Universal for a while, right? And I think you still do some time with those guys on the phone. Okay.
I think he said hell yeah.
Well, I kind of want him to hear this because I didn't know this. This is the thing. We're going to talk about this at the 5 o'clock hour, maybe take some calls on it. But
we'll surprise him.
Yeah. I want him to be done so I can talk to him about this. Because
So you're saying you want Ross on the air right now?
Yeah. That's all right. He's doing his job.
He is.
We'll wait.
And he's doing a fine job at that.
All right, Sauce, I at the beginning of the show, I was talking about some theme park stuff, and, I know that you've been employed with Universal for a while, been with those team, and you love it there, right? I mean, I have a wonderful company. We love doing business with them as well.
All true.
Did you know that in theme parks, you have to have both working hands to ride some of the rides? Did you know that?
I mean, to ride the rides?
Yeah, you have to have two operable hands to ride some of these rides.
I feel like that makes sense to me.
Okay, it does to me as well a little bit until you read this story. It's a very interesting story. A guy named Dylan Campbell. Now, Dylan can deadlift 185 pounds. He can scale a rock climbing wall and hold his own and pick up basketball, all with one arm. He was born with only one arm. But in May of 2019, he took his son to Universal Studios to Volcano Bay, to the theme park there, with his son to celebrate his 7th birthday party. A ride operator and manager told him he quote, needed two natural functioning hands to ride certain rides at Volcano Bay. He's an accomplished swimmer. He can swim no problem. Like I said, he can scale rock climbing walls. He's lived his entire life with only one arm. And it says that everybody is staring at you because they pull you out of line. Now, I'm not picking on Universal because apparently it's all of these theme parks. SeaWorld also has a policy because somebody with only one arm or an amputee wanted to ride Kraken and they wouldn't let him ride. And one of the things they're saying is because the person can't maintain on the ride. They can't hold on to something. And now this guy is saying this is obviously a clear violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act. What?
I disagree with that. I think for safety reasons on amusement rides, they can't make it equal for everyone. There are other restrictions too. I believe that someone without arms, because some of the harnesses, you need to have your appendages for the harnesses to work. So,
But it wouldn't have to be a case-by-case basis?
Yeah.
It says here, while the U.S. District Court in Orlando ruled last month in Universal's favor, by the way, the case is now being appealed. It's a debate over whether Florida law allows the recommendations of a third-party ride manufacturer to essentially shield theme parks from complying with the ADA. So what they're basically saying is the theme parks are throwing their hands up in the air and saying, hey, look, man, the people who build these rides, because for everybody who doesn't understand, these guys just buy rides from ride manufacturers. They don't have there's no ride factory for Disney or Universal or SeaWorld. There are companies who come up with these rides and they sell them to these people and they build them and teach their people how to run them and stuff. And they're saying that it's those people that are creating the issue because it's the ride manufacturer saying, hey, look, based on what we've seen while designing this ride and testing this ride, if you don't have two operating hands, it's going to be very dangerous for you. Yeah, it's exactly what they're saying. It says, quote, the manufacturer's operations manual requires the side operator to warn guests to hold onto the handles. But with everybody who's been on one of those rides or seen pictures of them, what do you see? This is going to be an interesting argument.
Hands up in the air?
Hands in the air. I mean, there you are falling 60 feet, and they're telling you, no, guy without an arm, you can't ride this ride. But then you look at the pictures of everybody riding this ride, and nobody's holding onto the safety bars. Nobody's taking safety into consideration. They're having a good time at a theme park, throwing their hands up there, acting like fools.
But they had been recommended to hold on for safety, and then that's the plausible deniability on a legal front. However, what about height restrictions on rides? And what about little people?
Yeah, weight restrictions too.
Yeah. Could they say, hey, I'm being discriminated against?
It says spokespeople for both Universal and the ride manufacturer, ProSlide, declined to comment for the story. Of course, if it's in litigation, they're not going to comment on it for sure. Campbell, the guy who was who has the one arm, who claims he's being discriminated against, is an auto insurance adjuster. He says he's seeking unspecified damages and attorney fees. He said he worries about everybody with a physical difference being judged not on what they can or can't do, but on what other people think as well. He was pulled out of the line. He was in line, and they escorted him and his son out of that line so that they could, because he couldn't ride the ride. He was, it wasn't safe for him.
That happened to me once. I got pulled out of the line, but that was because I was too drunk.
Oh, really? Yeah. This is a little
that was
different.
Red and Wild.
Oh, you should sue too.
Yeah. I was being discriminated.
Now, in December of 2011, a Michigan teenager by the name of Katie Champagne, she was 17 years old at the time. She's a co-captain of her high school's top-ranked equestrian team and a self-described Harry Potter superfan. She was removed from a line outside of Hogwarts Castle at Universal Studios and told she couldn't ride the ride. There was no way she could safely hold on to the restraints, a park employee told her. This is a girl with one arm who rides horses at a high level for a college, who holds on to reins while a horse runs and jumps. And they said there's no way possible you can keep yourself safe by holding onto the bar at 17 years old, even though you're basically a professional equestrian.
Is the answer having them sign a legal release?
So that's what they're kind of looking at. I don't even think that they're allowing them to do that.
Yeah, it's just...
It just opens up for potential litigation down the road.
It is. Well, take a little break. We'll come back. I got some other things to talk about as well, but I kind of want to look over this and make sure. There's another argument here I think is interesting as well. I'll tell you what that is next.
What is a Real Radio podcast? It's Real Radio. On demand. Find your favorite show at realradio.fm.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
Our heaviest traffic continues eastbound on I-4 from U.S. Highway 27 in Polk County to 429, and then again between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Slow too between Cayley Avenue and Colonial Drive. If you're heading westbound, expect a slow go between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, and also between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. The beach line up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Hey, listeners! Before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, decide whether you'll drink or whether you'll drive. If you plan to drink, make sure you designate a sober driver. Don't let your luck run out.
Man, a strong home begins with a strong foundation. Nobody knows that better than the guys from Zano 521. They are the premier concrete coating experts here in Central Florida. These coatings are tough. Their crew is tough as well, led by a former Army Ranger and Special Ops soldier who also employs veterans, by the way. All their technicians are employees of the company, no subcontractors. And Zano 521 brings the tough stuff, man. These coatings are up to 6 times stronger than epoxy. And unlike epoxies, their coat fully cures in just 24 hours. Plus, you get gorgeous colors matching whatever space you have. They're made to last, 100% UV stable, so they can be used on patios, pool decks, driveways, garages. They come with a lifetime warranty against fading or yellowing and a 15-year warranty against popping and peeling. That top coat completely non-porous, super easy to maintain. No mold or mildew will grow on it. Gas, grease, oil won't stain it. Their coatings are tough and gorgeous, plus they're professional and efficient. Their crew will help you every step of the way, treating the concrete, coating it, letting you know what's happening every single minute to get you the most beautiful surface you can imagine. And that free, no obligation, no pressure estimate is easy. Just visit their website, Zano521.com. That's XANO521.com.
Running a business comes with pressure. Remote workforces, HR compliance, retaining top talent. You start to feel boxed in. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR service and technology to work, offering my employees competitive benefit options while lightening my HR load. Instead of obstacles, I'm surrounded by people empowered to be their best. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Sonny
Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got some kind of a leak at my kitchen sink.
Sorry, we can't take your call. We've all gone to a self-improvement seminar.
But there's water leaking all over the...
However, there's still hope if you'll just wait a few hours longer.
Hours?
But waiting is good. It's a chance to reconsider your choices in life.
Oh no, this can't be happening.
Above all, be present. Don't dismiss your feelings.
Not worried about my feelings. There's water going everywhere.
Try to see this as an opportunity, a way to grow as a person.
You know, this would never happen with Frank Gay.
True enough, but you didn't call Frank Gay.
Not this time.
The universe is sending you a message. You just need to hear it.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
Have you heard the message? Hello? Are you still there?
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
The forecast calls for warm Gulf breezes blowing through your hair and soft, sugary white sand below your feet, along with mostly sunny skies on outdoor patios while dining al fresco. Cool, colorful street murals mixed with world-renowned art museums. And around sunset, there's a chance of fiery orange skies over emerald green waters. So immerse your senses in St. Pete Clearwater and start planning your beach escape at visitstpeteclearwater.com.
A bounce check can be expensive. Why risk it when an Amscot cash advance could cost a lot less? Up to $500 on the spot with no credit check, and it won't hurt your credit rating. Amscot. Some restrictions apply.
The military community is no stranger to the saying, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But that's easier said than done, right? That's where USAA can help. Between juggling extracurriculars, finding time for grocery runs, and the hoops of every day, it can be hard to think beyond this weekend, let alone figure out life insurance. That's why USAA Life Insurance Company has made getting a quote quick and easy. USAA has your back with budget-friendly coverage options so you can keep on keeping on while they help protect the ones that matter most to you. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Visit USAA.com/life to get started. Life insurance and annuities provided by USAA Life Insurance Company. San Antonio, Texas. All insurance products are subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contractual terms and conditions.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free, Orlando? Book your 2022 cruise today with Norwegian and enjoy 35% off all cruises to Alaska, Europe, and more. We'll even help you get there with free airfare for second guests. Plus, enjoy free open bar, free specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free. Ships Registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Look at the shower. You see a problem?
I know what the problem is.
What do you see?
Low water pressure.
It's a dribble.
It's more than a dribble.
And what's it say on my shampoo bottle?
Rinse and repeat.
How can I rinse and repeat when I can't even rinse in the first place?
Well,
we are calling Repipe Specialists.
I'll go call a
Stop.
plumber.
No plumbers and pay twice as much? We're going to fix it now by getting Repipe Specialists to repipe the whole house.
You're right.
Oh, look. Someone forgot to flush.
I did not. No,
That's
don't.
another reason. Leaks. I'm tired of leaks.
Got leaks or low water pressure? Want to prevent future problems? In 1 to 2 days, Repipe Specialists can repipe your whole house with new copper piping or PEX tubing for about half the price of a plumber. No more leaks, no more dribbles, and you get a lifetime warranty. Call 407-449-8973 for a free in-home estimate. Plus, pay no money down and no payments or interest for a year. That's 407-449-8973. Call today, 407-449-8973, or visit repipe.com.
To build a better tomorrow, we're making a bold new energy commitment to transform the energy grid, preventing thousands of outages, to add more renewables and advanced technologies like solar and wind as we drive toward net zero carbon, all while keeping the energy you depend on reliable and affordable. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Okay, Big T chiming in about Tom Brady. Yeah, this was obvious. As a Patriots fan, born and raised, I saw this coming a million miles away. There was no way he was going down on a walk like that. Not a chance ever. So, yeah, he'll be back, and he probably will want to go out on a Super Bowl win. So I guess with that, I'm out. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop. Peace.
Boom. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back on Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is.
Greetings.
So is Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Are we getting a Monday lounge today?
We might, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we are, actually. Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know how you were handling it today. We were talking about this case that is front page of the Sentinel this morning about this gentleman named, let me get this name right here, at the top of the story, Dylan Campbell. He has one arm. He was born with only one arm. By the way, the equestrian rider, as I went on, she actually had no hands and only had arm up to her elbow on one side. So she grabbed the reins and she basically wrapped the reins around her nubs. I don't mean to be disrespectful for people out there.
I think that's what they call them.
Yeah, so
nubs, stumps.
That's how she would. So what they're saying is you can't hold on to anything, therefore you can't ride the ride. Now, Jack had mentioned earlier that you sign a waiver of some sort, right? And this guy Dylan Campbell offered to do that.
Yeah, no, I don't. There's another thing. Someone had texted us and said that in an emergency situation, you have to be able to hit a lever and pull to release your seatbelt, and if you only have one arm, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Right, and there's another thing too. I guess with one, and this is not every ride, by the way. They don't. I don't use like.
I think it's probably the more strenuous and the more likely for injury, like a tall roller coaster or a 2-story water slide. Well,
they also said that if you're on one of these canoe rides or whatever, they have handles you're supposed to be able to hang on to, and if you don't have hands to grip the handles, it could be unsafe. What they're basically saying is every situation should be handled differently. And the one guy says, this guy Dylan Campbell, he goes, "Look, man, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I'm in much better shape than 85% of the people at this park, and better shape than 80% of the people working at this park, the ones that are supposed to save my life. I'm 185 pounds. I've worked out my entire life. He could deadlift 185 pounds with one arm. He can climb a rock wall. He can do all these things. And what he's saying is for the people who are able enough in advance, you should be able to be cleared to do some of these things and understand that you take on the liability in case something happens."
But how do you determine that? Because everything he said might be true. However, he's the exception. Not everyone with one arm is as capable as he.
Right, you're right.
And so now Universal has to have a program to determine the physical fitness of people with disabilities to see if they can safely ride these rides. And how is that going to be? And what kind of testing would that be for everyone who's going to have a different disability?
And you're dealing with two levels of it here. The theme parks want to be safe. Of course, no theme park wants to get sued. By the way, they say in the context of the story that theme parks are one of the biggest targets for the ADA lawsuits in particular, because one of the stuff we were saying earlier, you're too big, you're too short, whatever the case may be. Some of the rides do have to discriminate simply because of safety reasons. And this guy says, look, when Campbell arrived at the water park on May 10th of 2019, he went to guest services to ensure that he wouldn't encounter barriers.
Oh,
right?
man.
He even offered to sign a liability waiver. Both sides agreed, which means it did happen. But an employee told him he wouldn't have a problem. And of course, Universal is saying that employee should have never said that, because it really isn't that person's to say.
Right.
Because it goes back to not only do the theme parks have to worry about the safety of the riders and patrons, but the manufacturer, this Pro Slide company, apparently has to deal with a lot of different safety regulations just to get the rides on property, to even sell them. And then, of course, if you're doing that, you have to follow the rules for everybody. You can't rule it out.
And this guy knows better, because what's his job?
He's an auto insurance adjuster.
Insurance.
Yeah.
He knows. He knows.
In the one ride that he says, it required riders, this is the flume ride thing, to have, quote, 2 natural functioning hands. But this is going to be an interesting thing, because it's on appeal right now, and there is an argument to be made for people who are willing to make plans in advance.
You know what? It's unfortunate, right? It is.
It is.
And credit to this guy on what he's able to do. I wouldn't want to fight him. He'd probably kick my ass, right? This guy with one hand, but he's fit, and I don't doubt when he says he's probably more able-bodied than 75% of the people at the park. However, for them to have to prove it every time, you have certain guidelines.
Yeah.
And they're hiring people at $15 an hour to follow the rules and have the guests follow those rules as well.
We have a buddy who has been in a wheelchair for almost his entire life. He was hurt during a hunting accident. It was actually shot.
I wouldn't want to fight that guy either.
And you do not. He is paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah.
And I will tell you right now, one of the most able human beings. I watched this guy crawl out of his own wheelchair, load that wheelchair onto a canoe or a raft, and then raft down the springs while getting out of his canoe and swimming around with dead legs.
Yeah.
That dude can do anything. You couldn't put him on a ride that he couldn't hang on to.
He's a great guy. I played cards with him a week ago, and he's definitely more active than I am.
Yeah. But he is a baller. Goes hunting.
Yeah.
He's got his own. I mean, he doesn't let this stop his life. And it would suck that a guy like that or people in that same realm would not have the ability to enjoy these things because they're judging everybody by the same cover. But and again, I still understand the insurance side of it. Jason, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the program. Hey, Jason, how are you, buddy?
Oh no,
Jason, you there?
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, buddy.
I used to run the contact. Sorry, of course, I got a fire truck behind me. I used to run the contact center for Legoland, and mid-2018, we had the same issue pop up. A kid was told that he couldn't ride one of the rides. It became a social media S-storm, level 5, massive meetings and conferences. But at the end of the day, you can't make an exception for one person based on their ability. We can't have a rock wall, for the guy to prove that he can climb a rock wall or have a 185-pound, squatting set that he can do. I get it. It absolutely sucks, but the manufacturer has those rules in place because the first time that a kid who's half an inch too short and mom says, I'm going to sign a waiver, and then that kid dies, it's over. It's a PR nightmare that you don't recover from. And we dealt with it. It stinks. I totally get it coming across country to go to one of our theme parks here in Central Florida, and you want your kid to experience everything, but sometimes it's just not meant to be, and you got to just go by what the manufacturers say.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, and of course this lawsuit alleges that the theme parks are basically just hiding behind that, just basically throwing the blame over to the manufacturers and saying, well, you're able to, thanks for the call, buddy, you're able to kind of hide behind this and not violate, but not allow the ADA to really do what they're supposed to do, which is make it equal for everybody, regardless of your disability.
But you have to remember, Orlando is the top travel destination in the world, and these are, in some cases, kids for $15 an hour. I think what's worse is that this guest did everything in his power to ensure that he could ride the rides, and everybody had the wrong answer except for the ride operator who had to pull him out of line. I think they should have those answers at the front of the park rather than waiting after you've been in line 45 minutes.
Yeah, it says here also, Universal even argued in court filings that it wanted to make the ride more inclusive, but unfortunately, and give access to people with prosthetics or whatever, but unfortunately ProSlide, the company who built the ride, rejected that idea, and because their risk assessment and their hazard assessment led them to make the decision that, to insure the ride, it has to include these rules, which means no people with certain disabilities on their rides.
And Jason, that last caller definitely threw out a very odd possible outcome of him saying is what are we going to tell them? Prove it?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and how do you do that with millions of people rolling through your park every year?
Prove it by not drowning.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's weird to be like, you want to ride this ride? Well, go on the rock wall.
Lift this weight.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec.
Orlando City heads west to face the LA Galaxy this Saturday. Coverage starts at 3 p.m. on our sister station, FM 96.9, The Game.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
A slow ride out of Polk County eastbound on I-4 continues between U.S. Highway 27 to 429 and then again between Osceola Parkway to 535. It's heavy too between Cayley Avenue and Colonial Drive. If you're heading westbound, expect delays between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway and also between Park Street and Colonial Drive. 417 looks good. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hey, listeners! Before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, decide whether you'll drink or whether you'll drive. If you plan to drink, make sure you designate a sober driver. Don't let your luck run out.
Do you know why you see so much footage of crimes? I thought the camera was supposed to deter the crime to begin with. That's why they weren't Safe Touch cameras. With Safe Touch cameras, they're event-driven cameras. They're watching for events before they actually take place. You don't want to see somebody breaking into your car. You want to see it before it happens. And that's what Safe Touch cameras do. They alert you to video and text notification beforehand, giving you time to react to the situation. And Safe Touch cameras have 24/7 video storage in the cloud. That is the safest and most secure way to store important events that only you, the Safe Touch customer, can control. You decide who sees it and who receives it. Here's the best thing yet. You can get that Safe Touch surveillance system, 3-color cameras, 24-hour recording, secure storage for as little as $39.95 per month, and that includes 24/7 service, cloud storage, and camera warranty. Camera installation is an additional charge, and remember, this system will work with any security system or no system at all, and you can bundle up the Safe Touch 2-way communicator package for additional savings as well. Just call 888-723-8682 or visit safetouch.com. Get that free survey and demo today. It's Safe Touch, doing what others can for over 37 years. State license EF233.
Mortgage rates are still at record lows. Don't miss out. Visit homeloansradio.com and get a free quote.
The military community is no stranger to the saying, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But that's easier said than done, right? That's where USAA can help. Between juggling extracurriculars, finding time for grocery runs, and the hoops of every day, it can be hard to think beyond this weekend, let alone figure out life insurance. That's why USAA Life Insurance Company has made getting a quote quick and easy. USAA has your back with budget-friendly coverage options so you can keep on keeping on while they help protect the ones that matter most to you. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Visit USAA.com/life to get started. Life insurance and annuities provided by USAA Life Insurance Company. San Antonio, Texas. All insurance products are subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contractual terms and conditions.
The Jim Colbert Show question of the day is live right now on Twitter, and the results will affect the way you live the rest of your life. So by all means, find us on Twitter at Jim Colbert Show. It's brought to you by WeAreNotTheBanks.com. Direct mortgage lenders. It's Brad Siebert and the team at We Are Not the Banks. I used them for my refi several years ago. Took advantage of lower rates at the time, saved a lot of money. Brad let me know everything I needed every step of the way for the refi. Closed in a very quick time, and it was a great experience. But it's not only refis. Brad also handles new loans for your next home, maybe your dream home. And they handle all types of buyers at We Are Not the Banks. Whether you are self-employed, investor loans, good credit, even bumps in your credit with all types of loans. Brad and the team at WeAreNotTheBanks.com can handle all your mortgage needs. Just go online to WeAreNotTheBanks.com. Get started today. NMLS ID number 205696, Equal Opportunity Lender.
The Laundronauts, a potentially untrue tale based on actual events. A young boy is shoved into a washing machine and vanishes. His friends try to rescue him, only to discover a magical world beyond the machine. Season 1 stars Ed Asner and me, John Cameron Mitchell.
Find J.D. Belzell and bring him back home safely.
Listen to The Laundronauts on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Shopping at International Diamond Center is always fun, but working at IDC is even better. Actually, how can you call this work? Being with a great family business, meeting smiling people during the best moments of their life, and being given unlimited opportunity for growth? Are you ready to join the IDC family? We're hiring. Now with 10 showrooms across Florida, we have opportunities at every level. Management, sales, administrative, and operations. And we're not a faceless corporation. IDC is owned by the LeClaire family, where values like integrity, fairness, and respect always come first for our customers and our team members. We offer generous compensation, 401k plans, health insurance, and incredible growth opportunities. All this in a fun, stress-free environment where you're treated like part of the family. Interested in learning more about joining the IDC revolution? Go to shopidc.com, look for job opportunities, and start the conversation. International Diamond Center, where people, customers, and employees always have more fun.
It's been said that good fences make good neighbors. Your friends at Fence Outlet couldn't agree more. Whatever style, whatever color, just share your ideas, and your friends at Fence Outlet will have the right application for you. Visit them at fenceoutlet.com for a location near you. Beautiful boundaries begin at Fence Outlet.
License number C10252 and C10803.
O'Reilly. Improve visibility and save money at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Replace your old wiper blades with a new pair of Rain-X Advantage wiper blades and save $10 now at O'Reilly. Our professional parts people will even install them for free. See better and drive safer with new wiper blades from O'Reilly Auto Parts in store or online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you understand and you believe in the client, that gives you all the power you need to take on any insurance company. And you have to be able to care, because if you don't care, you can't help. Farah and Farah, here for you, here for good. Orlando.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Paid $4.14 for gas and to land yesterday at a Valero. Take it easy, guys.
He's bragging.
I saw it more of a community service announcement.
Felt like a brag. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. If you haven't checked out our blog, do that. JimColbertLive.com.
Oh, there's a heavy waterspout action there, thanks to Ross getting the video. It's a quick one, but watch closely and see how waterspouts deal with human beings.
Yeah, toward the end of it, there's a disappearing act that happens right there at the end. You want to make sure you check that out.
Also,
JimColbertLive.com.
If you're into hockey, or just the best part of hockey, the fights, there is such a brutal fight, man, and it's so uneven.
Oh, really?
One guy ends up with a lot of his blood on the inside of of his helmet.
Oh, like somebody punched him in his face in the thing, and it just kept smashing his face from the inside?
No, he's just hammering his head from underneath,
uppercuts.
and he's just bleeding inside of his helmet. The other guy, not a scratch.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Just the blood from his hand?
He's just like, oh, back to his side of the ice.
Is there something wrong? I mean, when you step back and look at it, at the sport you're watching, that it turns that violent.
In football, they get you suspended for a year.
Oh, yeah, but in hockey,
baseball,
it's...
all other sports, they get you suspended for multiple games.
Yeah.
With pay, by the way. You get suspended, no pay.
And I think it's worth pointing out, though, that hockey fight is not NHL.
Oh, it's not?
It's not. It's a lower league where I think they really probably lean on the fighting a little bit more.
to get fans in the seats?
I know.
That's on the blog?
Yeah, exactly.
JimColbertLive.com.
For my brother, he said, a lot of times those scrums are just two guys, who get along. They're just like, you want to go?
Throw their gloves down and
all
let it
right,
rip.
let's go.
Welcome back, by the way. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. We'll have trivia here in just a few minutes. Of course, we'll have the Monday Lounge at the top of the hour.
You seem almost a little excited about
You do, actually, which is unfortunate.
No Steve Kramer or Ray Trindley today. Steve is out and Ray is sick. So we'll get to those guys next week for sure. I did want to go over the story real quick out of Kansas. That is interesting. A Kansas teacher is suing school officials for requiring her to address students by their preferred names. Now, this goes into the transgender argument, and it is kind of an interesting argument. Now, I want to get aside some of the stuff that's being said here because there's a better, like an argument down at the bottom of this. She's suing the school district superintendent, board members, and principal after being suspended for not using a student's preferred name. Pamela Richard is her name. She teaches math at Fort Riley Middle School, and she says she refuses to use the preferred names and pronouns of transgender and non-binary students because it violates her religious beliefs. After being disciplined multiple times for refusing to use the student's preferred name, a federal lawsuit against the Geary County Schools Unified School District happened on Monday. The lawsuit says she argues that denying requests to allow her to ignore students' preferred names and pronouns deprived her of her due process and equal protection of the law and violated her First Amendment rights to free speech and exercise of religion. She says in her world, God made males and females. You are what you are at birth, and that's it. I will refer to you as the name that's on your birth certificate, not the name you picked out of the sky or some form of the name that you have that makes it either a female or male name, I guess.
Like a little remix. Like I might be like Rosalina.
Right. I hope she doesn't become the teacher for Elon Musk's kids.
Yeah. Right, exactly. It's the symbols. And of course, they go and they say that there's a lot of the stuff that can seriously impact kids because of not doing this. She says the lawsuit says her faith teaches her that God creates each person as male or female.
Then she needs to go teach in a private, religious school.
We proposed a neutral policy to the district over 8 months ago that would allow teachers to uniformly address students by their enrolled names. That proposal was rejected by the district, so they brought the lawsuit. And basically what she said, and here's where it gets very interesting. So what basically she's saying is, now I don't know what other qualifications you have to have. If you have, going back to the argument, you have to prove you're transgender before you can start using another name, a preferred name.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing is so basically what they're saying is, and they even put out a thing. This is exactly what they said. According to one incident of Richard using a student's birth name instead of their preferred name, the principal, Shannon Molt, sent an email telling teachers at Fort Riley Middle School, when we have a student that requests to go by a preferred name that is different than their given name, our district honors that request. Once you are aware of a preferred name, use that name for the student. So apparently, if you want to pick a name out, I don't know how you have to qualify yourself to be doing this. I don't really know. But can you just pick a name out and go by that name?
In school, it's like you could have a nickname. Like your given name might be the same as your parent, but maybe you go by your middle name.
Yeah, but you didn't get fired for it or suspended for doing that.
For students. But you also didn't have teachers refusing to use the middle name and say, nope, I'm going to call you by your first name whether you like it or not.
This is not, but that isn't what really happened, because as I continue on, here's what started happening. She's like, she says, any policy that requires her to use or refer to a student by a gendered, non-binary or plural pronoun name is different than the biological sex actively violates her religious beliefs. That's what she's saying. Now, here's how she combated this. She said, I'm not doing that because I'm not calling a student who is a male, born a male, a female name. She says, I'm not doing that because it's, I'm not doing it.
Where in the Bible is that?
Yeah, and I don't care where it is. I'm just let me get to what I'm saying. Yeah. So regardless of what she says, the argument is this. She says, okay, I'll just call everybody by their last name then. Paget, Bradshaw, Roberts, Colbert. That's it. That was no good. Mm-hmm. That was no good. That was summarily rejected by the school. That's not good enough. So she found a way to negotiate her beliefs and keep it good for everybody, and it was still not good enough. She couldn't even say that. She couldn't simply call them by their last name. It had to be the first name.
She also
have to call that guy that was born a guy Sheila if she or that guy prefers to be called Sheila. And here's the other thing. There's no evident proof or whatever. You have to prove that you're transgender. So theoretically, kids could just say, I want to be called Monopolis. Mm-hmm. I could be called whatever. That's my new name now. I demand that you call me that name.
I was wondering what drop you were going to give us.
Yeah.
You thought about it.
Yeah, too much.
Monopolis.
Couldn't think of anything crazy enough.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, no, that's a badass name.
She was suspended for 3 days for violation of this policy. And she simply said, matter of fact, she said, I just called everybody by their last name, and that wasn't good enough. They actually sent me more emails saying, no, you got to refer to the person by their first name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's two different things. There's the first name or the name they want to be called, and then there's the pronoun. So she's objecting to both of those.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. The pronoun was mentioned, but it wasn't mentioned in the context of the lawsuit because basically she was saying, "Look, I'm not referring to them because it's a male. I'm not calling a male a female's name or vice versa. I will just call them by their last name. That should solve it all."
But I think it's a hollow argument to say, because. If she's pointing to the Bible doesn't have gender specifics on what name is what. And then what do you do when you have a Chris or a Pat or, there's plenty of names that can.
Yeah, but this was specifically rooted in the transgender LGBT world. That's what I mean. It was specifically rooted in that. That if a middle school student, by the way, an 11, 12, or 13-year-old, comes up and they identify as a male or female opposite than their biological birth, the teacher must refer to them as that new assumed name.
Mm-hmm.
Have her come teach in Florida. They'll take her here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah. Now, to argue what they're saying here, the idea of religious exemption simply because you aren't comfortable with something flies in the face of so many aspects of public education. Imagine if a science teacher who believes the world was created in 6 days isn't comfortable teaching evolution. Right?
Yeah.
Now, that is not I completely get that argument, but that is not a specific argument because that is a scientifically proven thing, right? That is a scientifically proven theory, evolution, in certain aspects, you move down the line of human evolution. That's not calling somebody who was born a boy a girl's name and then figuring out that you don't want to do it and saying basically, how about I just call you Smith instead?
Actually, creationists will tell you it's a theory of evolution.
Yeah, it is a theory,
and so it's, I think some might say, oh, it's not proven. Therefore, there is this gray area, which is why, we want to teach that it's only the world was made in 6 days.
Mm-hmm. And looking at some of the quotes of the good old book, the Bible, there are lines that, do not favor. I'm sure she's looking at, you have Deuteronomy, a woman shall not wear a man's garment, nor shall a man put on a woman's cloak. For whoever does these things is an abomination to the Lord your God.
Mm-hmm.
So she's probably, she's quoting the Bible. The thing is that I think, is Deuteronomy Old Testament?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because you also have wild and outlandish things right next door to statements that support the things that you want.
Yeah, I think basically her thing is you're born male, you're born female, you're female. That's basically what she's saying. I think this is a big argument with a lot of people who have an issue with the transgender thing or have a hard time understanding the transgender argument is when you got to remember, too, the age of these kids. It's 11, 12, 13 years old, and so you have a sixth grader that comes in and they're transgender. And again, I don't know what level of qualification do you have to prove to that? Because, an adult who works for a living got suspended for 3 days because of this. So at what level are you? Is there a qualification for this? Or can just anybody say, I'm transgender and I want to be called Pauline now? And I just think it's a little unfair to the teacher because the parameters of this are a little kind of hard to understand.
Now, I disagree with saying that it's unfair to the teacher because now, granted, are you going to have some douchebag kids that change their name just because they're trolling the system and all of that? I would think that you're going to have some very and small extreme examples of that. But
how do you tell them no then? Because how are you? That's my point. How do you determine whether or not they're joking? Because this is not a joke, right? The transgender thing is not a joke. People shouldn't be joking about it.
If they're going in once a week, twice a week, 3 times a month, switching their names, I think it's pretty safe to say that
I would think it would be more harmful, wouldn't it, for people to do that, to come in and say, "Hey, look, now that the door's open, call me Shelly." Wouldn't that make a complete mockery of the entire thing to begin with?
If they aren't taking it serious, which I think that there is going to be a small amount of middle schoolers, high schoolers that are just doing it to troll, but for the vast majority of it, they aren't doing that. They aren't switching their names to troll the teacher.
Yeah.
I think it's unfair for the students because the teacher is making herself the lesson, and it shouldn't be that. She has options. If this school's policies don't align with your beliefs, there are lots of schools private, charter, like Jack said, but without the joke. Come to Florida.
Right.
You've got lots of places you can teach that aren't going to ask you to stretch outside of your belief system. But it shouldn't be about this. It shouldn't be about what you believe or don't believe. Go to another job. You have that option.
Somebody tell me what's wrong with just the last name thing.
I kind of like that idea, actually.
I have no problem with it, but I don't understand school policies. I don't know. You're the ones with kids.
Yeah. What's the wrong with the last name thing? Why is that? Because here's
For
the
me,
thing. That's
maybe there's a level of
weird
informality with it that the school, whether it's maybe the school district, doesn't want that level of informality, because if we just call, Colbert,
you're teaching kids to call people by their last name without a prefix.
Is it okay?
A Mr., a Mrs., a Ms.
Is it okay for a teacher not to understand or not to agree with that lifestyle or not to agree with the whole thing?
Absolutely, but then go get another job.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's just
why
one
should they have to change for you?
Yeah, but you don't have to change your beliefs to call somebody by a name they prefer to be called. It doesn't change the way you believe.
Completely understand. Why isn't the last thing good enough? Why isn't the last name thing good enough? Why won't that work?
Because
doesn't it seem odd that it won't work?
Because you're taking
coaches do this.
Because you're taking away someone's individual preference. Isn't that right, Jimmy?
I mean, if she's so triggered, she just can't say the name.
But I can't.
No, you can. You call me Jimmy. You've called me a lot worse than Jimmy on the air before during your bits.
But it's disrespectful.
In a bit.
My wife calls me Jimmy every day.
Jimmy!
But he calls me Jimmy. She calls me Jimmy.
But we've had long conversations.
He wasn't allowed to.
On the air about it. Yeah. This is not a situation you're going to get fired over, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to suspend you for calling me Jim and Jimmy or whatever. This woman got suspended. This is a grown ass woman got suspended for this.
Mm-hmm.
Because she wouldn't say the first name.
Exactly. She's a grown ass woman who won't say a child's name. Refuses. Has been told. Think about this as the business owner, Jimmy. The business owner has repeatedly warned your employee, listen, if you don't like our policies, that's fine. There's the door.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to consistently be the problem, then I'm going to really stop looking at what you consider the problem. And I'm going to look more at you, because it's really a simple ask, man.
It's a violation of your human. I mean,
then go to another school.
They're saying it's a violation of your human rights to not be referred to as this. Right, that teacher's violating her rights, the kid's rights, by not calling the name that wasn't on the birth certificate. It's an assumed name that they haven't even changed professionally.
It's like a lot of you'll hear a lot of Asian students and stuff, like after the recent wave of Asian hate, reclaiming their Asian names because they've been told in classrooms, hey, your name is distracting because to us that word is funny. Can you change it to something more American?
Yeah.
So it's not just in the transgender world that this comes up. I just think that, again, why is the school having to flip for one teacher when that teacher has options to go somewhere else?
Well, we're going to see how this pans out, because I think it's a very fascinating case. It's just started now. It's and they're going to argue it out of Kansas.
Well, she lost once,
another issue. Yeah, she lost one time,
and now it's on appeal.
And there's another one in Arkansas as well that they're going over to. I mean, this is going to set the precedent for how you deal with these cases from now on. I mean, these cases have to happen for answers for these things to go down. What's funny?
I don't think it will set a precedent, because I think each and every state is going to set a precedent. And I think what's funny is the two states that you said that it came out of.
Yeah, Kansas and Arkansas.
Come on, writes itself.
Yeah, but you challenge laws, and then you get a ruling, and then you move on. And if she wins her case, then the school board will either appeal or have to, adjust their rules.
They will.
I just don't understand. I don't know. I've yet to feel anger or I've yet to feel disappointed. And granted, I'm not a religious person. When someone goes, actually, hey, I prefer this name, or I prefer she, her. I don't. It's usually like, oh, my bad.
Right.
I'll do better next time.
Right, yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Like it's not even. I don't understand why that pisses people off.
And by the way, they're not the word anger or being mad or malicious or malevolent was never mentioned in this story. Not one time. She never said she was mad at anybody for any of this. She just simply said she thought it violated her religious rights to identify somebody as what they were born as opposed to a preferred name or pronoun. That's it. Nobody was, there's no mention of hate or maliciousness or anything. It's just simply her beliefs against something that she doesn't agree with.
That's fine. I'm very curious, though, to ask her about what she thinks about babies that are born with both genitalias.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how.
Because
very rare.
Very rare, but does exist.
Yeah, sure.
It kind of like, and I think you can also kind of say the same thing about the transgender community. It's not a majority of people.
It's a super small audience, actually.
It's pretty rare.
So it's like 1 or 2 names.
Yeah, maybe not even. Who knows?
Exactly.
Maybe 1 per school. Who knows?
I would be worried about kids taking advantage of that who are not trans and kind of just being a douchebag.
We are talking middle school.
But then
we're human beings, remember?
And this goes back to my point then. How do you prove that? Like, how do you look at them and go, okay, well, prove to me you're transgender and prove to me that I should be calling you Pauline, Paul.
You know what they say? Maybe you get one. You get 1 a year. 1 name change a year.
Well, that's not fair to anybody then.
An odd punch card.
See how unfair life is? All right, 407-916-1041. Load them up. Trivia is next.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by ExpressPros.com.
Tom Brady is back. The GOAT spurned retirement to rejoin the Bucs for another Super Bowl run. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers returns, but Russell Wilson's gone. Niners are going young with Lance. Arizona has Kyler drama. Stafford and the Rams are his only true roadblock. After 6 weeks with the fam, Brady knew it was time to get back and chase that 8th ring. Don't blame him. I'm Colin Cowherd.
If your workplace culture could use a new perspective, join Express Talks with Jessica Kriegel to create an intentional workplace culture. This free virtual event is March 30th, hosted by Express Employment Professionals. Register at expresspros.com/expresstalks.
Man with the big box stores wanted to partner up with the bathroom remodeling company. They chose Rebath. Great reputation, incredible, been in the business 31 years. They really know their franchises inside and out, proper licenses, the good insurance. They're dependable. They have standards of performance. They background check their employees. They're very good. That's why the big box stores decided to get into business with bathroom remodeling company Rebath, and you can as well. Just visit their showroom, 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. You're going to see some models set up when you go in. Those models simply there to show you what the products look like. Every single bathroom designed from Rebath is a custom bathroom. You can actually see before and afters at their website, rebathmidfla.com. And we're talking everything: toilets, tubs, lighting, cabinetry, accessories. Everything is there at Rebath, and they will work with you hand in hand to design the bathroom of your dreams. Like I said, they can do this in just 4 to 6 days. They do it with their employees, and how about a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. Guys, just drop by that website. Look at those before and afters. You'll be convinced. Make your appointment. Your new bathroom is waiting for you now at rebathmidfla.com.
Tobacco-Free Florida has many free ways to help you quit nicotine. From free 2-week starter kits of quit aids to free cessation services like Phone Quit and Group Quit. We're even trying out new motivational tactics.
You're the greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter of all.
Or maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Hey, Orlando business owners, stop overpaying for internet and phone. Switch to Spectrum Business and get Orlando's best deal for small businesses. Get blazing fast internet speeds of 600 megabits per second for just $49.99 a month, and phone for just $19.99 a month. Taxes and fees included. That's faster internet at an incredible price. Other providers don't even come close. Make the switch to Spectrum Business. Visit business.spectrum.com/ultra.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding!
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
Breakfast is sizzling at Wawa with 2 for $5 Sizzlies in all your favorite varieties, including the return of the sweet and savory waffle Sizzly. For a double delicious breakfast on the go, choose any 2 varieties, including sausage, egg, and cheese on a toasted waffle, bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, the Sizzly burrito, and more. Stop by Wawa and grab any 2 Sizzlies for $5. Available 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. Limited time only. Gotta have a Wawa. Whatever you're planning, you can cater it with Wawa. High school function, post-game treating, road construction, business meeting, family picnic, brunch with mom. Cater Wawa with a click at wawacatering.com. Cater your Wawa favorites from hoagies, soft pretzels and cookies to Sizzlies, donuts, and coffee. Order and pay online and choose pickup or delivery. All at wawacatering.com.
We all want to support our community and small businesses, protect the environment and our kids' future, and above all, help others when they need it. That's why every day our energy goes into delivering reliable, cleaner, affordable energy. The energy that promises a better tomorrow with new jobs and opportunities and helps everyone move forward together. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
This job, we fight for as many people as we can. Sometimes people are afraid to fight the insurance companies. That's why I'm here. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo DeWitt. Offices, Orlando and Tampa.
Roof now, pay later. Tadlock Roofing offers the best financing in the industry. Get started at tadlockroofing.com.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tadlock.
Tadlockroofing.com.
Love us while you got us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for joining us on this beautiful Monday afternoon. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Greetings.
All right, let's find out what's in the old sauce jar.
All aboard.
All right.
I can't hear that song and not think about the Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon segment on SNL.
Yeah.
The talk show, the BG talk show.
Mm-hmm. Real
Barry
talk?
Gibb.
The Barry Gibb talk show, yeah.
Did you guys say all aboard when I was gone? Did
No.
you guys?
No.
All right.
No, we didn't, actually.
I'll spin that into a good thing. That's just my
Yeah,
thing.
we saved it for you.
Thank you. Because,
Didn't
guys,
want to step on your toes. It would have felt wrong.
sexy sauce jar today. This is insane. A little bit of a drive, but my God, will it be worth it? Because I have a pair of tickets to see who other than The Who.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Killer
Wow, really?
show.
On the Hits Back Tour, that's going down Wednesday, April 27th at the Amalie Arena down in Tampa.
Wow. The original lineup, Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey.
That's a big pair.
What's
I
wrong?
think I gotta go.
Yeah.
I blew it off last time they were here based on someone's BS review on trolling it on social media, and I didn't go, and now I regret it. It's one of the bands I haven't seen yet.
That man right there would probably go with you.
Yeah, I'm down.
I don't think we can both take off the same day.
No.
That is true.
Sorry, I'm taking off the 27th.
Which is your sauce jar.
Which is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. Go local and support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company. And if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, that'll snag you a discount. Book them today at CentoMoving.com. That's CENTO Moving.com. Who are you? Back to you, Jim.
Thank you so much, Deb. Who goes first today, buddy?
Guys, let's welcome Kelly.
Kelly, there you go. Hey, Kelly, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Would you like to play a little game with us?
I would love to.
Let's do it then.
Game show.
All right, Kelly, this is an easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them is a lie. If you can find it, off to the sauce jar you go. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Here we go. On this day in 1997, Olympic athlete, female,
Simone Biles?
Gymnast. There you go. You nailed it right off the bat. Spokesperson, influencer. She's the GOAT.
Point step.
4 moves named after her. Simone Biles was born today. It's her birthday. Are you familiar with Simone?
I sure am.
Very good. Here are 3 fun facts about Simone and 1 double backflip with a twist of a line. Number 1. She was discovered during a field trip. She started mimicking the gymnast perfectly with no training. Number 2, while training, she consumes about 7,500 calories per day. Number 3, she's a dual citizen of the U.S. and Belize. And lastly, her parents are also her grandparents. They adopted her and her siblings from their addicted mom.
Oh.
That was a noise.
I'm not as familiar as I thought I was with her. Let's go with the calories.
God
Number
dang
2.
it, you got it on the first try.
Jimmy, don't get mad. Jimmy, calm down. Calm down.
Don't hit the
Thank you.
stab in the dark. Just a
Yes,
stab in the dark, guys. Just a stab in the dark. Got
It's
it.
a Monday, Jimmy.
Just nailed
Bravo.
it.
Bravo.
Nailed it. Stab in the dark.
Yay.
All right, Kelly, you
Thank
pissed
you
off the
so
other
much.
3 people, so
No.
I'll put you on hold.
Oh, you pissed off nobody, Kelly.
Yeah, 4 people, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
The other 3 players in gym.
That is true. Although she does eat a lot, 7,500 calories is quite a bit. She does not eat that a day. She was discovered during a field trip, though.
That's crazy.
She went on a field trip as a 6-year-old. She's in this class while they're doing like gymnastics and stuff, and she starts doing what the people who have been doing it for years. She starts doing it perfectly. They look at her and go, "You have to be in classes," and boom.
Damn.
And by the way, she's had the same teacher since she was 8 years old. The same coach.
Wow.
She is a dual citizen of U.S. and Belize. I can't believe that lady didn't pick that one. God almighty, how do you go past that and go, yeah, that's right. That sounds good. That's never been mentioned in the history of her career ever, but that's fine. We'll just go with the calorie thing. Her grandparents are her parents, even though they are her grandparents. She will not, matter of fact, I think in 2016, she was asked about her grandparents, and she was like, no, those are my parents. She refused to refer to them as her mom and as her grandparents because her mom had addiction issues, and her and both of her siblings were taken out of that house and put into foster homes until the parents or the grandparents formally adopted her.
That's awesome.
She's terrified of bees.
Really?
Yeah, scared of bees.
Everyone should be a
little
little
scared
bit.
of bees. Right?
Yeah, they
A
get
healthy
hurt.
scare.
She was the first African-American all-around world champion. In other words, she won all of the big meets and was the all-around best in the world. The first African-American ever.
She won. That's just funny to hear that she won all the big meets.
Yeah, all the big ones, Pan American Games, all
Pork,
the other stuff, right?
beef,
Yeah.
chicken.
Oh, I get it.
T-bone.
I didn't even get that.
I
joke.
didn't either.
Yeah. All right. Her boyfriend, NFL
Vince.
player Jonathan Owens, had no idea who she was or what she did when they met.
Really?
Had never heard of her.
That's interesting.
Do you know how he knew she was a big deal? He's like, damn, you got 6.5 million followers on Insta?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he paid attention quick.
And they just got engaged, right?
Yeah. She has her own emoji called Simoji. So it's a Simone Biles emoji. And then how tall do you think Simone Biles is?
Oh, 4'7".
I know. I think it's 4'10".
I'll go 4'10.5".
Oh, you should have gone lower, 4'9".
Damn.
Oh.
4 feet 9 inches tall. Some people have her at 4'8". That is unbelievably small.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, she took a picture next to one of the Olympic basketball players from another country, and her face comes up to about just above his waist.
Well, you should see her with her fiance. She's wearing like 4-inch heels, and I think she came up to his kneecaps.
Right, exactly. All right, Ross.
Yeah.
Oh
boy.
No.
Care to share what is going to be going down in the Monday Lounge?
Well, the Monday Lounge, when we all come together and share our Monday blues away as we sip a very fancy drink. I came home from my Oklahoma City trip, and boy, was I delivered terrible news. I don't know if I'm getting married news.
What?
Whoa.
All at the Monday Lounge,
That's
baby.
next, baby. Let's chill and find out about disaster.
The radio station that other radio stations listen to. You're welcome. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
Well, we're seeing those heavy delays again south on 429 between Sinclair Road and I-4. A solid ride through this stretch. Eastbound I-4 also very busy still from Polk County from U.S. Highway 27 to 429 and also between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Westbound a busy ride too still between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. The beach line up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Hey, listeners! Before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, decide whether you'll drink or whether you'll drive. If you plan to drink, make sure you designate a sober driver. Don't let your luck run out.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressures of running your business? You know, there's a limit to what you can do and still keep employees engaged. Luckily, Insperity brings 30-plus years of HR experience to help you with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance the entire time, giving your employees competitive benefit options. That way, you're able to focus on other priorities. Your employees can thrive, and your business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full-service HR, employee benefits, HR technology, that's Insperity. HR that makes a difference.
Baby boomers and retirees, stop the leftist smash and grab of your retirement savings. Take action now to shield your savings from socialism and volatile markets. National talk show host and best-selling author Chuck Oliver of The Hidden Wealth Solution will teach you how to get a head start to be retirement tax smart. Imagine learning proven strategies that are saving boomers and retirees thousands in unnecessary taxes. Visit taxessaved.com. Taxessaved.com.
Is an Amscot cash advance right for you? Compare for yourself. Often, it can be less than the late fee on an overdue bill. With Amscot, you could get up to $500 on the spot with no credit check. Amscot. Some restrictions apply.
At Farah and Farah, we represent people from all walks of life in matters involving personal injury cases. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter which neighborhood you call home. Because everyone deserves justice, dignity, and respect. And remember, when it comes to compensation, you only get one shot. Make it count. Call Farah and Farah at 800-500-5555. Orlando.
This is Robert Palmer, president of RP Funding. With home values at an all-time high, it's a great time to turn your home equity into the cash you need and get a closing cost credit from RP Funding. Visit rpfunding.com.
Terms and conditions apply. Unless 7168 equal housing.
The Special Olympics USA Games is my time to shine, and Jersey Mike's Day of Giving is yours. Grab a sub on Wednesday, March 30th, and all sales will be donated to the games. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Love telling people about the Get Upside app for a lot of reasons, but one is that they've come a long way. The app was really good when they launched it. It gets better and better and better all the time. Plus, now with everybody talking nonstop about how expensive gas is, I'll tell them about an app called Get Upside, where if you use the promo code REAL on your first fill-up, you get up to 50 cents cash back per gallon on your first fill-up. This is a no-brainer. This is a really, really smart decision for you. And you already have the smartphone. You already go to the gas stations probably that participate in Get Upside. Tens of thousands of gas stations participate. You can also get cash back at the grocery store, at different restaurants you might be going to. you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And with gas as expensive as it is, this is a great time for you to jump on board. So here's what I want you to do. Fire up the App Store on your phone. Search for Get Upside. And this is an important part here because it gets you started with a great bonus push. With the Get Upside app, use the promo code RIO.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure what to do, call me, Glenn Levine, at the Law Offices of Anna John Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Is your current home loan the right fit for you? Near historically low rates combined with rising home values means that you could have more home equity than you might imagine. And if you're considering a refi, an expertly chosen loan from Loan Depot could save you thousands. Ask about our smart term loans, cash out, and over 300 loan options to find just the right mortgage loan for you. Call now, 866-888-LOAN, or go to loandepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
Try the new Tex-Mex takes on shrimp at Tijuana Flats. Crispy shrimp tacos with corn salsa, fajita shrimp quesadilla, and a tasty shrimp bowl with signature garlic lime sauce. Order now at TijuanaFlats.com.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
It's your lucky day because Dunkin' has the perfect duo to shamrock your spring. Try the all-new festively green Shamrock Macchiato Bold Espresso, layered atop notes of sweet cream, vanilla, and the flavor of Irish whiskey for the perfect kick of Irish cream flavor. And pair it with our new chocolate croissant, a flaky classic croissant with 3 chocolate batons for sweetness in every bite. So stop by and try the new Shamrock Macchiato and chocolate croissant to spring into lucky days with Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Ross, what do you mean by you might not be getting... What did you do?
Guess we'll have to find out here in a second.
I just want to be the best.
Go to JimColbertLive.com. Also, you can send us a talkback. That's exactly what that gentleman just did. Just go to the iHeartRadio app, then go to Real Radio there. You can find it very easily. Use that microphone and send over a nice little message.
Indeed, it's free and it's fun, and we like using it. One a day. That's all we ask.
Yeah, one a day is fine. Also, we do have a couple videos up. This hockey fight that is supposed to be absolutely unreal. And then the water spout that hit over in Tampa that we don't know. I mean, it blew 2 people away, like completely out of the scene.
Yeah, they look like they got Thanos snapped.
It did.
Yeah. They were in Florida when it started. I think they ended in Texas.
Right. Yeah. It's a thing in a can. It looks like they got looped. That's for sure. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here along with Jack. Let's get some Ross Thoughts / Monday Lounge.
Oh, yeah. It's weird. It's funny.
We'll find out.
Sometimes it's Ross, spelled like sauce. It's Ross Thoughts.
Who would like to do the honor? Who would like to...
I don't know if Jack has ever turned it on before.
That would be difficult.
Are you ready?
Yeah, okay.
All right,
let's do it together,
All
Jim.
right,
So
all of us together.
Yeah,
all
this
together.
Is the first time you joined us on the Monday Lounge. You have to understand that our lounge music is hooked up to the finest of technology, a.k.a. a clapper.
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, everybody's purring.
Oh, man, I didn't get on the ooh.
Ooh, everybody's purring. Look at us in all of our soft fur. Ooh, Jim's hair is sticking up on his back. He wants to attack. Wants to attack. Frothing from the mouth. There he is, Raccoon Man, the witch with the itch, and the caterpillar dude. How How does everybody's Monday treat you?
How are you, Triple H?
Triple H, if you're just joining us, I'm the host of the Monday Lounge. Triple H, that stands for hemorrhoids, herpes, and HPV, baby.
And you have to say baby at the end.
I guess so.
You can't just say the 3 H's.
Here on the Monday Lounge, we always like to start off with a fine drink, some of the finest spirits. Today's Monday Lounge is brought to you by pea milk with a splash of Di Serono with a beautiful cayenne pepper rim.
Oh, that sounds absolutely
Horrid.
horrifying.
What kind of milk?
Pea milk. The finest of pea milk.
I don't know what pea milk is.
It's milk from peas.
Oh, I see. Like oat milk, but pea.
But it's pea milk.
Okay.
But don't forget the Di Serono. That's what's going to put a little fire in your belly.
That puts it over the top.
Yeah. I've seen the commercials next to the fireplace. I
And
get
then a
it.
cayenne pepper rim, and my God, are we sweating and vomiting? Beautiful. Here on the Monday Lounge, we all come together, we all become fancy people, and we share our Monday blues away. Who wants to go first? I will. The first thing I would like to open up about is that I went onto the airplane yesterday to come back home to the beautiful 4077. You add those numbers up together, you get 11. Ooh, what's that connection? I was sitting in row 11. And I had to sit on the aisle. It was a full flight because
Nice.
that's what Orlando does.
Oh, man, does it ever.
Aruga.
They strap you to the wings.
I had to sit next to 2 teenage girls. And it was uncomfortable
Why is that?
because I feel like they thought I was an old weirdo for the first time in my life.
Let me confirm that.
Welcome.
They definitely thought you were an old weirdo.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
I was wearing a leather jacket, and I think they're still at an age where they don't look at leather jackets and go, ooh, high fashion. They go, oh, he's not allowed in movie theaters.
yeah. That guy can't come within 1,000 feet of a school.
And granted, we're wearing masks, but I can still see their awkward eye contact. And to the point where I wanted to stop halfway through the flight and say, listen, ladies, girls, whatever you want to be called, just a heads up, we're close to the front of the plane. That's why I chose this. Not many aisle seats left. Did not matter. Plus, I didn't shower that day, so I felt bad.
So let me ask, you say teenage girls.
Yeah.
But 13 is way different than 17 because those 13 and 14-year-olds are some judgy, they're the worst. 17-year-olds maybe don't care so much to even pay attention.
It's funny that you say 13 and 17 because I would think that they are sisters, one 13, one 17.
Okay.
So I was hit with the bookends.
Okay, very
Welcome
good.
to Bookend Air. You will be judged.
Were they going to the parks or were they from Orlando?
Couldn't tell you, didn't want to talk to him, I was afraid.
Got it, okay, yeah.
I didn't want to make the situation worse.
Were they flying alone or were their parents there as well?
Completely alone.
Okay.
Which is still weird that I know that.
Yeah, it is.
It did not help.
Well,
I couldn't talk to him whatsoever.
Okay.
I got back into my car. Here's my second Monday Blue. Got into my car. I realized that it is filthy. I want to go get it detailed, but I'm too embarrassed, which means I have to then clean my car before I get my car cleaned. It's a vicious cycle.
Yes, I've done that before. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I
went somewhere I knew I was going to valet park and clean my car that day, so the valet didn't see my car disgusting.
Ain't that a bitch?
It is a bitch.
And then lastly, here's the biggest Monday Blue.
Yeah, let's get to that action.
It is a dark blue. We are talking 8 o'clock midnight sky blue.
Okay, let's get to that because you mentioned that before. That's what we're all waiting on.
Weddings are expensive.
They are.
Ooh, are they so expensive?
They are very expensive.
I feel like I just keep landing on Boardwalk every other week. And I have not passed go.
Catering, photography, and alcohol alone.
Yeah.
We'll put you in the poorhouse. That's before you rent one seat.
This is really one massive test to really make sure that I love my woman, which I do, with all of my body, from my toenails to my eyelashes.
Okay.
That's what everybody says. I'm not the only one who says that. I go ahead, I come home yesterday, and the first thing that happens is a clink, 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 clink.
Oh, no.
That's the sound of my AC taking its last breath.
Oh, you mean right before it's going to heat up to 86 and 88 this weekend?
Oh, man.
Oh, Deb, guess what? I was unaware of that news.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the last blast, brother.
It's going to start heating up.
Can I pray for a sequel? Can I get one more?
You can pray for one more cold front, but I got bad news, buddy.
Hey, there is rain tomorrow and Wednesday, so maybe
That
some
will keep
cloudy
it cool.
days to keep it cool.
All of my windows are up, but my feelings are down. Because I just went out, did all these shows, thinking I was going to save some of that moolah. Guess what? It will not be saved.
No.
It will be spent.
Yeah,
And now-
ACs are expensive, man.
And that's the thing. I start Googling. I see 6K, 7K.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thinking, uh-oh, we might not be able to pay off this wedding. No horses for us at the wedding. Now, granted, we didn't agree on horses. That's kind of a weird thing to bring at weddings. I wouldn't want to do that. I'm not a big horse guy. Not a big horse guy. But now I'm in a conundrum, predicament, a pickle. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. I feel so bad for you.
Because part of me wants to go, listen, baby girl, I got this. In reality, I don't think I do. And I have essentially lied to her for the last 12 hours saying, don't worry, I will take care of it. So with that said, you guys want to give me money? The Monday Blues is
Do I want to
now
loan you money?
a panhandle.
No, he
segment.
didn't say loan. He said give.
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah.
I will not be returning this.
That's a wedding gift.
This is.
Yeah, there
can
you
you
go.
guys give me wedding gifts now? Can I?
That's what you should do. You should send out a thing that says early wedding gift.
Set up a GoFundMe.
What kind of cash are we talking here, buddy?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, we got you a pool. We could get you an AC.
I still am not over that, and neither is my backyard.
Oh, think about this. Irony. Had you not taken the pool down, you'd have somewhere cool to go.
Oh my God. Do you know what that pool has done to my back? My backyard looks like it's a balding middle-aged man.
Easy.
He's sitting right there, man.
Easy.
It was the unnamed middle-aged man.
Okay, very good.
But I
You just call me
essentially
by my last name,
I
it's
have a dirt cul-de-sac just chilling in my backyard. But now here I am.
It looks like a UFO landed there.
Yeah, it is so
It's
bad.
a big radiation burn spot.
Man, have you seen Signs 2? It sucks.
They don't even get out. They just land like, nah, bro. They're back out.
Did our ship do that? No, that's just their backyard.
I think their backyard hurt our ship.
Oh, let me get a splash of this pea milk with Di Serono. I need to take the edge off. Off of Googling, I'm seeing with my square footage $6,000 to $7,000.
Oh, tasty. Now,
Mhm.
is that inside and outside unit are bad, or is it just one or the other? Or
I have two.
There's the inside. There's an
The
air
air
handler,
handler.
and then the AC
And
unit
then,
itself.
and then you got a compressor. You got
Well, that's all part of. That's all. Yeah, yeah.
And then you got
Got the thingamajig that
Yeah,
connects to the hooligig.
the rotator
So he told
link.
you it was not repairable. This is that weird AC system, right? That's like cooled by water or
It's
something.
cooled by water. It is stupid. I was really sold on it when we got on that house that it cools itself by water, and they did not mention that my backyard not only is filled with dirt, but now mud 7 times a day.
Oh, because of the water.
It just shoots water
Yeah.
everywhere.
Wow, man. And it's not repairable. They said it's just not worth it.
Oh, great question. It is repairable. If you remember, I've actually already spent several $1,000s to repair it.
Oh, no,
yeah.
I totally forgot.
It's a cycle that feels itself. This situation makes me feel a whole lot better when I was on that plane thinking that the worst part of my life was 2 teenage girls going, this guy's wearing leather and he smells a little funky.
Well, I do have an AC guy that can certainly help you out.
I've already got Mills Air on the way tomorrow morning.
They're very good at what they do, and I'm
But
sure
this
they'll give you
definitely-
a big fair quote.
This is putting a Harvey dent in my Batman wedding fund. It is rough. Everything, a little intermission on the saving.
Let me ask you. So, if you did have to write that check for the AC, does that put the wedding in peril?
No.
For a month or two. I think we might have to delay it a little bit. Listen, I went up to this wedding thinking, 10 G's, we got that. It is no longer 10 G's.
No, it's not.
Everything is so much more money
Yeah,
when I
it's
first proposed.
So ridiculous.
I really wish I would have gotten married 2 days after I proposed.
So how does this affect your marriage? How's this bad? She's
not going to want to postpone it.
Well, she has not found out that I am lying to her when I say I have all of that money.
Ooh.
Oof.
So now I have to figure. Are you guys
No.
interested?
No.
In
A
an
pool?
above ground pool? Are you guys interested in 6'2", maybe 6'3", depending if you finish that pea milk? I will sell you my body.
I am not really interested in any of that. I do need to know, though, do you have a couple hundred houseplants available?
I have so many houseplants. Take the damn houseplants. I will sell you each one for $750.
Yep, you need those, huh?
Yeah, no, we don't. No, we
I'm
don't.
sure Mills is going to take good care of you, buddy. They're going to give you a great quote, work with you. It's going to be fine. They may just loan you a fan for now, though.
Sorry.
That was a death rattle, I think.
I believe that was my wedding leaving my body.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the Monday blues. Those are the Monday lounge. Finish your cayenne pepper rim.
Hey, that air was hot you just let out, but not as hot as your house is going to be.
Oh, those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out peeing.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Ran across a pretty interesting list on today when I was looking around, and I want to... I think we maybe talked about this. We're all, Ross and I are Floridians. Jack was born in Jersey, and you're from Wisconsin.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about in a minute. Just come back, and I'll tell you.
Okay, super.
Yeah, just come back. Just come on.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Secured Roofing and Restoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
It's bumper to bumper now heading south on 429 between Sinclair Road and I-4. Eastbound travel on I-4 still very heavy out of Polk County from U.S. Highway 27 to 429. Eastbound is also slow between Osceola Parkway to 535, and we're seeing heavy westbound delays now between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. The 408 is up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Start your day sizzling at Wawa with 2 for $5 Sizzlies in your favorite varieties, including the return of the Waffle Sizzly. Enjoy a delicious breakfast on the go. Gotta have a Wawa.
Well, inflation's running high, and you don't know when it's going to level out, but you can buy your windows and doors at FAS now and lock in your price. They have the largest window and door showroom in Central Florida, right off of I-4 in Winter Park, right there on Fairbanks. 38 unique windows on display, ready for you to operate. You can see what they look like and then imagine them in your home. FAS Windows and Doors replace the windows in my home, and what a great difference it has made in my home. My home is more energy efficient, more secure. It looks better. Man, estimates are always free at FAS, and their estimators will always give you plenty of options. And don't forget, their products have a lifetime warranty. Right now, rebates are available, $55 each window, $95 per door. You find them online at FASWD.com.
Gorgeous gaming, stunning streams, unbelievable bandwidth. It's another Lifestyles of Gagillionaires. Meet the AT&T Fiber customers winning at life with hyper gig speeds. Meet Gagillionaire Terry. While his love of streaming horror movies has him constantly on the edge of his seat, his internet bill won't give him a scare.
Oh, don't go in there. I'm telling you.
Because since Terry upgraded to AT&T Fiber with hyper gig speeds, he doesn't worry about data caps or equipment fees.
Come on, man. The door's open for a reason.
And best yet, he also doesn't stress about a price increase at 12 months, because with the amazing Gagillionaire lifestyle comes an exquisite sense of tranquility. Most of the time. Live like a Gagillionaire. Get straightforward pricing with AT&T Fiber. Internet that upgrades everything. No data caps, no equipment fees, and no price increase at 12 months.
Limited availability in select areas. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity during tax season because so much sensitive info is all together.
Before we start the annual meeting of Sean's personal info, has anyone seen Social Security number? Not me. Nuh-uh. Oh, no. He's been stolen.
LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can monitor all transactions, but you can save up to 25% off your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Baby boomers and retirees, stop the leftist smash and grab of your retirement savings. Take action now to shield your savings from socialism and volatile markets. National talk show host and best-selling author Chuck Oliver of The Hidden Wealth Solution will teach you how to get a head start to be retirement tax smart. Imagine learning proven strategies that are saving boomers and retirees thousands in unnecessary taxes. Visit taxessaved.com. Taxessaved.com.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful green lawn. Get it growing with Scott's Triple Action Lawn Fertilizer, starting at $29.98. And keep it clean with the Craftsman 20-volt mower with free blower for only $2.99. That's a big value for a beautiful entrance. Create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about $310 for $316. U.S. only. Scott's offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
To build a better tomorrow, we're making a bold new energy commitment to transform the energy grid, preventing thousands of outages, to add more renewables and advanced technologies like solar and wind as we drive toward net zero carbon, all while keeping the energy you depend on reliable and affordable. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
When life-changing events happen, it's important to have somebody there to take the burden off of your shoulders. At those moments, Kramer Law is there for you. If you were involved in a divorce or you're having a dispute with your ex, Kramer Law will be there to take care of you every step of the way. Life-changing events happen. Having a lawyer on your side is the smart move. No matter what the legal issue, we're here for you. Kramer Law, one firm for life.com. Office is Altamont Springs.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
And Doug.
Don't you just love the smell of old books?
Shh, this is a library.
Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction.
He really does devour literature.
Please leave.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
No payments for 120 days with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com today.
Radio
104.1. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Easy to text us as well. That number 77031. It all comes up to everybody's screen. We get to read them. Also, we have a new thing called a talkback. You can go to the iHeartRadio app, then go to Real Radio there. See the little microphone, leave us a little message. We take those all day long. That's how you can contact us. Also, check out our website, JimColbertLive.com. A couple videos up there. They're pretty cool. Plus, a ton of content. Like, so many downloads, so many things to listen to, so many podcasts.
Also, the master list for What'd You Do That's New. We're going to finally be reviewing your choice tomorrow, Jimmy.
Okay.
Listeners can go there to see what you had chosen. Right. So, tomorrow when we review it, they'll know what we're talking about.
A little background on Mardi Gras.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim, Deb, and Jack, and Ross are here as well. Every Monday around this time, we invite our good buddy Stephen Kramer or his friend Ray Trentley to come by and talk a little law with us. Stephen, how you doing, buddy?
How you guys doing?
Doing wonderful. Where are you right now?
I'm here, there. It's spring break, so I'm not at an internet connection, so I'm on the phone today.
Spring breaking. I love that, man. So what's going on out there?
Spring breaking.
How's things?
If you need the background on Mardi Gras, I can give you that background.
Well, let's don't blow it because I did that because last week when we chose What'd You Do That's New, it happened to be Fat Tuesday. So I just chose Mardi Gras for everybody to learn a little bit, because you hear about the party a lot, but you don't really learn about the party. And I contend that the Mardi Gras is probably, as a nation, our greatest party, right? Like
no one knows how to party like people in New Orleans.
Yes.
It's intense, and it is a month of partying. It is not about Fat Tuesday. It's about everything that leads up to it. I mean, there are parades that go on, epic parades. I mean, some of my defining experiences and in growing up have been at Mardi Gras with my family. I mean, it's like this. I remember trying to go to the bathroom when I was 15 and walked into a bar, and they're like, well, you can't go to the bathroom unless you have a drink. Oh. And I was like,
what?
Okay, well, I'll take a screwdriver.
I'll take a 70-inch Hurricane.
I've never had a screwdriver. I don't know what that is, but why not? I need to go to the bathroom. So
it's juice.
It is enlightening.
Yeah, I've the first time I went, I remember we just walked around in awe for the first day, and then the second day, just didn't even remember who I was for the first 2 hours of that day. So
I mean, it's pretty intense. The locals don't, most locals don't hit Bourbon Street on Mardi Gras, but if you do go to the quarter, it's pretty intense. I mean, that's like sexual education and hyperdrive if you're a kid, because I've got experiences imprinted in my brain just from seeing things. I mean, it's pretty lively. Let's just say that.
Oh yeah. I've not been there during Mardi Gras because it's too terrifying when it's not Mardi Gras. Code Black went there for St. Patrick's Day one year and said that it was the worst decision he had ever made. He'd never been he'd never been more scared for his life with no weaponry around. Because it's so crowded you can't move. Like you're being held up by the pressure of the crowd around you, and that's out in the open. That's like down by Jackson Square.
I mean, it is like that. If you're in some parts of the quarter during Mardi Gras, during some of these big events, like you are literally in a sea of people. It can go so wrong so many different ways. But I mean, it's like people. We used to get off from school in New Orleans. During Mardi Gras, I think it was like 2 or 3 days off from school. I mean, and there's no food like New Orleans food. And the big thing is king cakes. The king cake, there's a lot of parties. And the king cake, you have a baby. There's like a little plastic baby inside. And that's like a thing. And the rest of the country asks, like, isn't that a liability risk? Isn't that a risk if somebody, chokes on the baby? And it's just you assume that risk when you're in New Orleans.
Right, yeah, it's just you choke for the good of the culture.
And Stephen, is it common knowledge that the baby in the king cake is supposed to be like baby Jesus? Is that true?
The ceremony is, I mean, Mardi Gras relates to Lent. And, there's a large population of Catholics in New Orleans. So that has a lot to, the holiday is called that celebration, that you have when you have to give something up, during Lent. So, the tradition is whoever gets the baby has to throw the next party or buy the next cake.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, why don't they just make the little baby edible?
I can't answer that, but I mean, they're little...
Yeah,
they're
no.
Little cheap plastic babies, and they're they look literal. They're just a choking hazard, and they're amazing.
Speaking as a cheap person on the show, because if it was edible, I'd eat the baby. You wouldn't know I had it, and I'm not on the hook to buy the next cake.
That's not the spirit, Jack.
Yeah, but you keep them like you. That's the whole thing. They're like a collectible. Like you make a nice necklace out of them.
I guess they're a little half a cent cheap little plastic baby usually. So
yeah.
I don't know how collectable, but
This is the creepiest necklace ever,
it's my
man.
my baby Jesus necklace.
But I only wear it when I sit next to teenagers on planes.
Yeah.
Because I want them to know how solid I am. And I'll move this leather jacket so you can see it better. Steve, I know that the Mia's Law thing is now headed to the governor's desk. That is Mia Marcano, 19-year-old Orlando woman, of course, was murdered. And the person who murdered her was the apartment complex maintenance man who gained access to her apartment using the master key. And just last week, I saw another case of, I think it was a rape of a 70-year-old woman from a maintenance man in an apartment complex as well. Now, this goes to the governor's office. It's passed both the House and Senate. This is an automatic sign for him, I guess. What kind of what happens with this? I mean, once this is set, does it basically just change the parameters of how the complexes maintain themselves and hire, or is that where it starts?
Well, I mean, first off, the idea is if somebody's going to have access to kids, to people's dwellings, that they should, have a background check, and you should make sure that they're going to be safe to be around. So, that's a big part of it is mandating background checks. And, there are certain limitations on there for which landlords and apartment complexes or dwellings are required to do this. But it mandates background checks. It also limits access to the keys. Right, and that was a big thing that the maintenance man who I guess killed Mia Marcano, had access to her apartment and basically unfettered access to the key. And then also it changes the requirements for landlords accessing the property if they need to make a repair, which is another thing. It gives people notice. But the idea here is safety. There was a big push, a lobbying push to get rid of some of those requirements, but ultimately, the legislature came through and they saw the value in this.
Yeah, I mean, it is unbelievably fascinating when you look at the story as a whole. You make it wonder. I mean, when it comes to the litigation in just Mia's case, if the complexes don't do let me ask this: is there a set standard in which background checks are done? Like, is there a parameter in which all people will do background checks? Like, is there a company like with your credit check, like an Experian or something, where you go and go, okay, I'm going to enter this person's name into this background check machine. I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to spit out whether or not this person has any pending issues or any former issues. That exists?
Yes, it does. I mean, listen, there's a range of products that are out there that will provide information on people, right? So landlords have their own credit system where they do a search where they, effectively pull a tenant's credit, and that tells the landlord whether they've been evicted before, whether there's judgments out there, how risky it is to rent to a tenant, so that's a particular set. What lawyers and private investigators have access to is much more sophisticated and extensive, and there are limits on who can access that type of data, and you've got to meet certain criteria and make certain representations to access more limited and private information. Of course, law enforcement has even broader potential access to background checks, and then common people, you've been on the internet. If you've searched yourself, you see that there's a lot out there,
right? Yeah.
So, and there are services that do that, that provide that information, and some of them more reputable and more extensive than others.
Is there a liability involved if that background check doesn't catch something and then that person winds up doing something kind of nefarious?
I think there's an argument there, but, most of them kind of tell you what should be there. I guess if there's a background check pulled and it's a criminal background check and it represents that it's a comprehensive criminal background check that's going to pull everything that's come up in the state of Florida as far as, let's just say, convictions, and it fails to pull a conviction even though it says it's supposed to pull those, that might be there may be an argument there, a breach of contract argument or a negligence argument there, as long as it promises to deliver that. But, you're in one of those situations where a lot of these services have more than one out in the agreement.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of interesting because now with such shortage for employees and as difficult it is to find people to work, especially with situations like that where a maintenance man may not have the greatest pay schedule, although I think maintenance man and other employees like that get discounts or basically free room and board. Or they get an apartment at a greatly discounted price. I know that's one of the attractive perks of getting that job. Yeah, but man, you kind of wonder how often. I mean, how much they're really doing that, considering the viability of it. Like, in other words, I checked him out, everything's fine. Just rolling the dice because you can't find good employees.
Well, I mean, and that's a part of it. The employer needs to make a calculation when they hire somebody, and at the end of the day, there are certain jobs that you accept a certain level of risk, but if you're hiring somebody that's got a violent background, or that's been identified and labeled as a sex offender, that's probably a bad decision. If you've got somebody that has a couple of technical offenses or misdemeanor charges, that didn't result in convictions, or maybe, they had something like an open container violation or a possession of marijuana, which many state attorneys aren't prosecuting now. That's a different calculus than hiring somebody that's been convicted of a serious violent crime.
Yeah. That's interesting, man. I just ran up against a situation here recently where it was, somebody that was working a certain job like that. It came back where there was some other stuff in history that shouldn't have been there for that position. So I was just kind of asking. Hey, real quick,
with this law though, it does a good job of identifying, what should be disqualifying. So it provides background, that the check should be pulled by a accredited professional background screening association organization, right? So it's got to be a legitimate background check. It's got to screen criminal history and sexual predator records, and it's got to screen them in all states, because that's part of the problem. If they screen in Florida and somebody came from Georgia, well, it's not going to catch that. And that it provides what can be a disqualifying offense. So if somebody's found guilty or even pleads no contest to a criminal offense that is a violent felony, or they can be disqualified, and it gives a number of offenses there. Home invasion, that's another one.
Yeah.
Carjacking, robbery, sexual battery. These are the types of offenses that you would think, maybe that should be disqualifying for somebody that has access to people's homes.
Yeah, I would, again, anybody that has access like that should go through the most rigorous background check.
That's right. It's the same thing if you've got. It's a little bit different than having access to children if you're a teacher or work in a school setting. But, it's similar in some ways, because you are near people's homes. You're looking through their windows. You're entering their home to do work. Maybe you're repairing their refrigerator or whatever it is you're doing. You have more access to their private location, their respite, their place of peace.
Right.
And for that reason, this story was compelling to a lot of people, and I think there's a lot of people that are tenants out there, and they want to feel safe.
Sure. UCF,
and we want them to be safe.
UCF being one of the biggest schools in the entire U.S. population-wise, more and more apartment complexes are popping up everywhere, and you want them to be safe for sure. You don't want to have the reputation of that happening. Not that we do, but you definitely want to head it off at the pass. Hey, real quick, dude, before we get out of here, I wanted to ask you something. I was about to get to this list before I realized you're calling in today. So every state has a an urban legend. Every state has a very popular urban legend. I wanted to see if you'd ever heard of Louisiana's urban legend.
Which one? I know Florida's. There's a great book called Weird Florida.
Yeah.
It's got everything in there. It's got the devil's chair in Casablanca and everything in between. That the cursed bridge over Lake Monroe.
Yeah.
Where I have a story on that one myself.
Ooh, really?
So to give you an idea, in Kentucky, it's the witch girl of Pilot's Knob.
And in Louisiana, it's sobriety.
No, see,
isn't it the skunk ape?
No, it's not. Well, in Florida, there's a number of them, and I think skunk ape may be it. But in Louisiana, they say it's the Vampire Comte de Saint Germain.
Yeah, there's a lot of vampire stuff in New Orleans, and of course, in New Orleans, the cemeteries are above ground, most of them. So, and the reason for that is because Louisiana, or New Orleans specifically, is below sea level. So it's a practical consideration.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of those.
This is via the Thrillist, and Florida's is the skunk ape.
Is it really?
Yeah, they give Florida the skunk ape. Hawaii has the night marchers.
Ew.
How about this one? Idaho, the phantom jogger of Canyon Hill.
That doesn't sound as scary as some of those other ones.
It doesn't.
No, that just sounds like a ghost got lost.
Until he sticks a knife in your back.
Jersey. Let's see what Jersey.
What do you got? Bring it.
Let me see what Jersey has. Let's see.
The bottler of swill.
Healthy marriages.
The ghost of the Jersey Shore.
Oh yeah, the Jersey Devil.
It's not. It's the roided out ghost of the Jersey Shore. Is that?
Look, it's not the Jersey Devil, but I've heard of the Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
It's the Watcher. Have you ever heard of an urban legend in Jersey called the Watcher?
No.
It's basically the Jersey Devil.
What about Wisconsin?
Let's see Wisconsin's. Let me see Wisconsin's here real quick.
The Lost Beer.
The Cheese Man of Milwaukee.
The Rhinelander Hodag.
Oh, you hodag.
I had to ask.
It says the hodag is a small, creepy creature that's like a demon, and it's comically covered in spikes. It's about the size of a dog.
Wow, all right.
Weird.
So the Rhinelander...
And he can polka like the best of them.
What's that?
And he can polka like the best of them.
Yeah. Slam some cheese. There's one in Texas. It's the Black-Eyed Children. Great band, by the way.
That one's ruining me.
South Carolina, the Boo Hags.
Tell me more about this Black-Eyed Children.
The Black-Eyed Children of Texas. Scary movies constantly have people fearing the Black-Eyed Kids, but the Black-Eyed Kids are known to be seen wandering around totally normal, non-threatening locales like Walmart parking lots. We call them meth heads.
Yeah.
Hey, Steven, as always, appreciate your time, buddy. Great conversation.
Absolutely.
All right, buddy, hang loose. We'll see you soon. Enjoy your spring break, man.
We'll do. Appreciate
You got it, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. Load them up for last call. That's next.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for last call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
This Real Radio 1041 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. We are entering a stormy period. Tonight, it'll be mainly clear, a few high clouds, a low 62. Tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, a high 80, but in the afternoon, thunderstorms becoming prevalent in the evening and at night. Some could be severe with damaging wind gusts, even an isolated tornado. We'll have another round Wednesday afternoon before a calmer end to the week with warming temperatures into the upper 80s. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, are you looking to bring fiber optics to your community? Ensure your community is ready for the future with reliable fiber internet, world-class TV, and smart home services. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/bulk today.
Man, a strong home begins with a strong foundation. Nobody knows that better than the guys over at Zano 521, the premier concrete coating experts here in Central Florida. Coatings are tough. Their crew is as well, led by a former Army Ranger and special ops soldier, and they also employ vets as well. Their techs are employees of the company, no subcontractors, and Zano 521 makes the tough stuff, man. These coatings are up to 6 times stronger than epoxy, and unlike epoxies, that base coat fully cures in just 24 hours, and the color choices are gorgeous. They can match whatever you have. They're made to last, and they're 100% UV stable. That means you can use it on patios, pool decks, driveways, garages. Comes with a lifetime warranty against fading or yellowing and a 15-year warranty against popping or peeling. Plus, that top coat, completely non-porous, super easy to maintain, no mold or mildew, no gas, grease, or oil stains. Simply can't mess with it. These coatings are tough, and they're gorgeous as well. And not to mention, Zano 521 are there every single step of the way, beginning to end, testing the concrete, giving you that detailed quote. Awesome people, and they're ready to help you right now. For that free, no obligation, no pressure estimate, simply visit their website, Zano521.com. That's XANO521.com.
This is Robert Palmer, president of RP Funding. With home values at an all-time high, it's a great time to turn your home equity into the cash you need. Plus, get a closing cost credit. Visit rpfunding.com for details.
Terms and conditions apply. MLS 7168 Equal Housing.
Spring break is here, and summer will be here before you know it, so now's the time to start planning your next great adventure. But before you do, check out podguides.com from iHeartRadio. Podguides.com is your chance to explore the world through audio with an interactive map that's pinned with podcast episodes that serve as your local guide. Podcasts to help with what to see, what to eat, what to avoid, and more. Start your next journey at podguides.com, only from iHeartRadio. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
iHeartRadio. The Special Olympics USA Games is my time to shine.
And Jersey Mike's Day of Giving is yours.
Grab a sub on Wednesday, March 30th, and all sales will be donated to the games.
Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Roof now, pay later. Tadlock Roofing offers the best financing in the industry. Get started at tadlockroofing.com.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tadlock.
Tadlockroofing.com.
The military community is no stranger to the saying, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But that's easier said than done, right? That's where USAA can help. Between juggling extracurriculars, finding time for grocery runs, and the hoops of every day, it can be hard to think beyond this weekend, let alone figure out life insurance. That's why USAA Life Insurance Company has made getting a quote quick and easy. USAA has your back with budget-friendly coverage options so you can keep on keeping on while they help protect the ones that matter most to you. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Visit USAA.com/life to get started. Life insurance and annuities provided by USAA Life Insurance Company. San Antonio, Texas. All insurance products are subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contractual terms and conditions.
At Panera, you can say yes to both of your cravings. We call it You Pick Two. And with over 465 pairings, you'll find a meal sure to satisfy any mood. Are you feeling both fresh and fun? Pick our Fuji apple salad with a new Thai chicken soup. Or maybe you're feeling classic and bold. Pair some creamy mac and cheese with our new citrus Asian crunch salad. Pick your perfect pair and order a You Pick Two today. Panera, the familiar made fantastic.
At ViStar Credit Union, we believe in helping our members reach their financial goals and being there for our communities too. That's why we offer everyone home loans with better rates, where members can receive a savings of up to $5,000 toward closing costs. Better financial lives, stronger communities. ViStar Credit Union. Do good. Bank better. Visit vistarcu.org/join to find out more. ViStar is an equal housing lender, federally insured by NCUA.
Breakfast is sizzling at Wawa with 2 for $5 Sizzlies in all your favorite varieties, including the return of the sweet and savory waffle Sizzly. For a double delicious breakfast on the go, choose any 2 varieties, including sausage, egg, and cheese on a toasted waffle, bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, the Sizzly burrito, and more. Stop by Wawa and grab any 2 Sizzlies for $5. Available 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. Limited time only. Gotta have a Wawa. Wawa has bold new salads. For dinner, the cheeseburger salad. All of your favorite cheeseburger flavors, beef, cheese, cherry tomatoes, and pickles on a bed of crisp romaine. And the grilled chicken Caesar pasta salad. A classic Caesar salad kicked up a notch with grilled chicken and penne pasta. 2 salads fresh enough to call salad and bold enough to call dinner. Did we just reinvent dinner? Or redefine salad? Try the new dinner salads, made fresh at Wawa.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hi, I have an idea. I would say for $2,000, if you fund Ross's wedding, you get a formal invitation. You're there for the whole shebang.
If you are what you say you
Listen, man.
Not bad.
Listen, man. I could facilitate that. I could facilitate some $500, $1,000 tickets to your wedding type scenarios.
I don't. Yeah. Oh boy.
It's that or a GoFundMe.
No, God, no. I'm not taking any money from a GoFundMe.
No, but
I've got too much of an ego for me not to see if I can swing this.
So for $500, you get to come to the wedding with a guest. And I mean, you don't get VIP seating or anything. You get to be in the building and see you get married. It will only take an entire table of those to buy your AC. So you'd have a table of complete listener strangers at your wedding.
The worst part about this is that like
you like the idea.
I like it.
We'll start with Larry Unger and Evil Eye.
I am out,
and then move to Mike Larson and Party Bomb.
I can't. I don't know, man. That would be weird. Just will they dance?
Oh, are you kidding?
You know,
Party Bomb will bring all the weed you need.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they each get a specialty dance.
Yeah.
A specialty drink.
Mike Larson will Mike Larson will put chili into a cup for 18 minutes before he claims his back is killing him.
Yeah.
But each one of them will get to make a speech.
Oh
no.
God.
Yeah, no, that's.
How about they get to compose a speech and one of them gets to deliver it?
No.
Now you're just hurting him.
Oh, you make me want to go to this thing. When is it?
10/22/22.
I'm sure they've got that day open.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna pass.
You're gonna pass on that, huh?
And then again, I haven't found the exact quote on how much this AC is gonna ding me.
Just get it from your brother.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just knock on my brother's door.
You know what? Have your room.
I don't even think he has a door. I'm gonna knock onto the car door.
Have your roommate pay in advance for a year. Like have him
Then kick him out.
Have him pay his rent in advance for a year. That'll give you the money you need. There's a bunch of options here, buddy. You just got to think.
Yeah. I'm still trying to just sell parts of my body.
Well, that was only half of Donna's talkback. She actually had other ideas in here, too. So, if you want to hear them.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
You're there for the whole shebang. $1,000, you can come to the reception. $500, well, you can have lunch with Ross.
I like the way she rolls, man.
500's a bit steep for lunch.
Yeah. I don't know. It's that Beefy King.
Ross will pay.
Yeah, Ross pays, but still, that's dirt cheap. I'm telling you, man, that $1,000 to come to the wedding.
That's not dirt cheap.
But here's the thing. You stack it up. $500 for just the wedding, $1,000 for the wedding and the reception. No dinner.
This is not...
This is so doable, buddy. You just got to think out of the box. The thing is, your fiance's already pissed off and hates you already. Just drop this bomb on her now while she's pissed.
All right, well, let's stop that rumor. Don't think she hates me
yet.
She just hasn't found out that
you can't.
She hasn't hated you yet.
She doesn't hate me yet.
Countdown 7:04.
Yeah.
By the way, I went through this list of urban legends, and the scariest one so far is Charlie No Face.
Duh.
In Pennsylvania. That sounds like a movie name, doesn't it? Like if you can make a Chucky movie, you can make the Charlie No Face movie.
Sounds right.
They also call him the glowing green man. He lost his face during a radioactive accident. Sounds like the theory to every Marvel character.
Yeah, it does.
Dr. Manhattan.
Ohio has the melon heads.
Wow. That figures.
Pretty crazy.
The melon heads.
And then Nevada just nails it. They're like, hey, man, we got Area 51. What else? Next?
Yeah, exactly. Hold our beer.
We have all the conspiracies right here in one place, plus all the great military stuff. So we're good.
Have you been down to Area 51? Have you done all the tourist stuff?
Didn't go there, but drove around it because we were in Roswell, New Mexico. So we saw the Roswell landing area and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just all, when you get out there and see it, you're like, oh, everybody made this up. It's just like there's nothing there. I mean, the only reason Roswell even exists on the map is because of that. When you drive through there now, it just looks like a shell of a city that was there, and it has this alien thing. Like there's aliens everywhere at Roswell. Like when you go to banks, like a national bank chain, they have a fake alien out front helping you open the door. Like in a national bank chain, the Taco Bell has aliens inside it.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
Everybody, it's all aliens, and you just get the feeling it's just like, man. This thing played out like 35 years ago, 40 years ago. People stopped really kind of caring,
and
Roswell's not a happy place,
and they really just leaned into it.
Yeah,
oh my God, what is this? An identity?
Right,
let's go with it.
Exactly. All right, 407-916-1041.
I think we're now taking bids on the text service of people who want to be in the wedding. And Party Mom says she's in for $500 for just her.
Oh, yeah.
But she sent that text 4 times, so I'm putting her down for $2,000.
Oh, yeah, she's in for $2,000.
Yeah.
Can't make that mistake.
Yeah, every time you text, it's going to cost you.
All right,
yeah, the texting service is law.
Deb, who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Brandon Kravitz and attorney Stephen Kramer.
Absolutely. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, what'd you do that's new? Plus plenty of your calls and texts all day long. Deborah's very nervous about her vagina monologue thing.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
New venue.
Yeah, new venue, by the way.
Yeah.
It's now going to be at the Timucua Art Foundation.
Right, it's that house they talk about all the time that Brendan O'Connor talks about a lot.
Yeah.
That was turned into like an art facility, which could wind up being a better facility to begin with. We'll give you all more of the information coming up tomorrow as we solidify this. This just happened today.
Yeah. Jim, we had a question of the day at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. We invite you to follow us there. Also follow Real Radio 1041 on Twitter. The question was, which time preference would you like to see permanent? Late sunsets, early sunrises, or both? Leave it as it is for daylight saving time, right? 57% said late sunset, so that's the daylight saving time as it is right now.
Yep.
But second place, leave it as it is when we switch back and forth.
Oh, wow. Yeah. No.
At 23%, and then 20% for early sunrises.
Yeah. That's
which is standard time.
That's still not a defining thing, man. I mean,
No.
most people would like to just have it one thing and that's it.
Yeah,
that's
but more than half, the majority say leave it as it is right now.
All right, Ross, stand up anywhere soon, bub?
Yeah, March 26th. I'm going to be out on the Palm Coast. That is happening at the Hilton Garden Inn at the Palm Coast.
Very good.
Over
On
at Palm Coast. March 26th. You can get your tickets off my Instagram. Link is in bio.
Jay, last call. Jay, last call.
Yo. Jay.
Hello.
Gotta go. Mike, last call.
Mike Larson here. Jim, I just ran to the phone with this breaking news, and I'm a little out of breath, and my back is killing me. Jim, 2 gay guys just collided at 5th and Main. Jim, they're physically okay, but you know what happened to their cars?
I don't.
It wrecked them, Jim. It definitely wrecked them.
Oh, God. Hang there. Sam, last call.
Hey, Jim. Hey, listen, I'm surprised you and Brendan didn't talk about this. I'll make it real quick. Did you hear the story about Brady's last touchdown football?
Yeah, I did hear that story.
Did you hear about that?
It's interesting. Yeah, the guy paid $518,000 for it, and the guy comes back, so it won't be his last ball.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
2 hours later, he comes out and says he's coming back.
Ouch.
That's a bummer.
Tristan, last call.
Hey, Jim. Do you know what the difference between a tire and 365 used condoms is?
I don't know.
One's a good year and one's a great year.
Hang loose, dude. Hang loose right there. All right, go back to Jay. Jay, last call.
It's biblical. Oh, Papa John's 314.
It's not going to work. Right? Hey,
316.
Tristan, you are the winner, buddy. We'll put you on hold there. Ross has got all your information. You get that $30 from Tijuana Flats. Cash, go try that shrimp menu. You are going to love it. What's funny?
I just thought,
He didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
Papa John's 314 because today is Pi Day 314. He's like, it's 316.
I thought, yeah.
It's actually 314.
All right.
Deb will explain it to you after
I think
the show.
I think the joke is better if it's Papa John 316.
No,
All right.
it's Pi Day.
Yeah, no one's referring to that.
That's what he
All
just
of us
did.
and the caller were.
It's a better joke if you go Papa John's 316. I rest my
On
case.
behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters the morning after us. Tom and Dan with the corporate time and our friends from Real Laughs. We will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful Monday evening.
Bye.
Better joke.
No.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the best